Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Escape from Scornhold. I am your game master, Esper, and hopefully I'm not going to have too much blood on my hands this session. But hey, we'll see. We'll see what happens. These monstrous heroes are in a very sticky situation. Why don't you all first introduce the characters, and we'll jump back into the action.
Well, as last time, I'm Adam, and I'm playing Hakim Al something of somewhere, a very old vampire of the strigoi subclass who's forgotten a lot of stuff.
And hello, I'm Michelle. I'm playing Dubrothi, the fearsome Minotauress. She is an unrelenting labyrinth hunter, and she hates humans a whole lot. Currently, kind of in a tough spot, but we'll see how it goes.
Hi, I'm Bob. I'm playing a human. Definitely not your typical human, though. Undead vampire named Emmett. Small little 10-year-old boy, or at least that's what he appears.
Hi, I am CJ, and I am playing Henderson, son of Hender. I guess I don't really know if that's how it goes, but son of Hender, the Revenant. What am I?
You were
I
human.
just had it. Human, Revenant.
Once upon a time, a human.
Avenger,
now,
graveborn
bit
Avenger.
different. Yes, you're quite
Bit
graveborn
different.
now.
Graveborn Avenger Revenant here to take down Thakodas for slaying me.
So you all are in
Dishonorably.
the lower reaches of the Citadel of Scornhold, and there are many a monstrous inhabitant in this dungeon. Your other allies, Ezor, Vegemite, and the other one, the
Bogodon.
Bogodon, thank you. They were captured and taken by a pair of bounty hunters and some other guards. The same bounty hunters that were responsible for the slaying of Henderson. You absconded into this crypt, and there is a crypt keeper, this Grimlock fellow here, and you all, I would say, scared him pretty badly, and he also claims that he has no love for Thakodas, the ogre lord of the Citadel. He believes that Thakodas has violated some important rules, laws, traditions of this place. Well, you all decided let's stay in the crypt for a while guards are mustering and trying to organize themselves. In particular, there are some guards that Emmett saw out here to the west. There was some variety of guard post over to the west that way. So in the meantime, while you're kind of waiting for things to maybe calm down a bit, you decided let's just stay here in the crypt. The son of Hinder rose from his coffin, and you all proceeded to pilfer through some of the sarcophagi. In this tomb over here, there is some kind of magic trap on this sarcophagus that it seems like it can target multiple people, and if you get hit by it, it turns you it afflicts you with this decrepit state, and it's hard for you to perform at full functionality, and you're slow. There also have been some swarms of wasps that have come from somewhere, some tomb to the east. You're not sure what's causing that, but you've actually fought 3 of them. And then I think Durathi just briefly stepped into this room here that seems to not really be furnished much. I think it just has some murals on the wall. And then in this tomb here, there are some sarcophagi. There were these 2 gargoyles, and in this tomb to the north with these 10 large sarcophagi, there was this like pile of voluminous scrolls with arcane writings on them. And Dorothy decided it'd be a great idea to pick those up and start reading them. Well, she got cursed by it, and the thing activated and began flying around. It has this serpentine or almost dragon-like form. Scrolls with arcane writings is what it's made of. And it's been flying about, shooting spells at you all, and also seems to have some like bite and tail lash effects. And when that happened, the 2 gargoyles also activated. The gargoyles are, let's see, there's 2 right here. There's this one, Gargoyle B, which is a bit stronger, you've noticed. It can do this like multi-attack routine, and it also has this protective tail sweep. It's like this guarding sweep, and it seems like whenever you strike at its ally, it can use a reaction to make a tail attack against you. The tail has reach. And then this one, this other gargoyle is, we'll call it kind of the lesser gargoyle. It has quite a bit of damage at the moment, so it's not faring so well. It's currently in this defensive posture where it's like spread its wings out, and that wing stance is causing disadvantage on attack rolls against it and against its ally, who's also benefiting from this shielding of these stony wings. And for everyone who is listening, I discovered that I was doing something a bit wrong last session, in that I was letting the greater gargoyle do its fear effect every single round. Well, it wasn't supposed to do that. It actually has a recharge roll, so it should not have imposed so much frightened. I felt kind of bad about that. And also Henderson had been forgetting his extra attack. Also, I kind of goofed up on a rule with the frightened condition, which Bob tried to explain to me, but I guess it just went over my head because I was juggling too many things. But indeed, you can circle around someone that you're frightened of, as long as you keep the same amount of distance between you and the other person. So
there's so many things to remember, though. So,
but
please.
There's a certain balance, it would seem, to the world, and you all are being given a boon of fate. So, whenever your turn starts, here on your first turn this session, let me know what the boon of fate is bestowing upon your character. Something that will help you out. And that might bring a bit of balance back to things. You also activated 3 different encounters at once, so that is also playing into this pickle of a situation you have yourself in.
I mean, who hasn't, you know?
Oh, it's great fun. It's great fun. Well, what else can I say? Are we ready to rock? I went ahead and removed the frightened condition from the 2 of you that have it. Dorothy is unconscious and dying, and Emmett is unconscious and dying. Both Dorothy and Emmett, you each have a wound. You have 1 level of exhaustion from this grievous injury that has been afflicted upon you. Okay, let's do this. We begin with the lesser gargoyle. It continues with its stance, let's say, its stony wings. It keeps those spread out, protecting both itself and its ally that's right next to it. And in addition, it has a bit of a curative, or maybe I should say restorative, touch upon itself. And it has actually recovered a bit of the damage. 9 points, it would seem. All right. And then after that, we come to Emmett. Oh, Emmett.
So I
You have
think Emmett
2
is
successful death saves.
yeah.
What is
Yeah, I got
happening
2
to Emmett with this
successful.
boon of fate?
I feel like I'll probably live. I've got the 2 successes, but I think I'm going to take a hit dice healing back. Something we had discussed pre-show. That could be a way that he can get in or get back in the game, back in the fight, maybe to run away even, but
Okay.
just so he certainly can act. So I'm going to do a hit dice.
All right, the negative energy that fuels you, the vigor of undeath, pulses. Roll your hit dice. Don't forget to add your con modifier.
So it's a D8 for me. I roll a 1. Excellent. With my con, that makes a nice 2 hit points back. But I'm alive, so I can't.
You are alive. You have your whole turn.
What I'm going to do is I wake up and I look around me. What does the scene like? It looks like Henderson's got this under control, or is he in trouble?
He's in a little trouble.
All right, then if he's got it, I'm just going to leave.
Cool.
No, I will. I think I will though. Maybe either do a deception or stealth or something. Just I want to make it look as though I'm still dead.
He's in a little trouble.
Okay, maybe. All right,
You know,
then if
also,
he's got
to
it,
be
I'm
honest
just gonna
with
leave.
Cool.
I am actually unconscious, right? So
No, I
will.
Not
I think I will though.
Maybe
Hear myself
do a
again. Is that
deception or
yeah,
stealth
it's
or
something. Just I want to make
Oh
it
my
look
goodness.
as though I'm still. I don't think it's me.
Sorry about that.
No.
Okay, there we go. I was like, wow, that sounds like a great idea. Whoever's saying that. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm
Feels
just
like
going
I just
to.
said that.
Yeah, sounds so familiar. I'm going to crawl across the floor, and I want to. If any were to look at me, I kind of want to make it look as though I'm still like dead, and I'm a vampire, so I kind of look dead all the time.
Uh-huh.
I'm going to move stealthily if I can.
Quick question. Are you using a disengage action or using like a stealth check to trick them, to deceive them?
I guess I'd have to.
Would you like me to kind of spell it out a little more clearly mechanically, and you could weigh your options?
I could disengage and move and be awake, or.
Okay, well, disengage. That's obvious. You know what that is. If you make a deception check, we could consider that not your action, but just some like a free action you can do once per turn as like part of your movement. I will contest it with their insight checks, and if they notice you, they could make an opportunity attack.
I want to go with that.
You want to go with
that?
that?
Deception pretty good, so I feel confident in my ability.
Very well.
All right, here we go. That's a 28. Ooh.
Is it a 28? Oh my goodness. They are none the wiser, and by the time they notice that you are actually crawling off, it's too late, and you've well gotten clear of the reach of their natural weapons.
I imagine I'm just like, I'm dying, and I roll around, get on the other side of Henderson, and then I'm gonna make a run for it. I say, Henderson, we got to get out of here. Maybe we could lure them into the big room, away from Durathi and Adam. No, what's your name?
Hakeem.
Hakeem, though even he has trouble remembering sometimes.
Yeah, maybe we can draw them out. I say to Henderson. I whisper it to him, and I'm gonna run over to our friend, the crypt keeper. And I'm going to try to use, if it didn't count as an action, if you were saying, can I do my charming gaze on him?
Okay, go for it.
Okay, great. So it's a DC 16.
I've just rolled an initiative check to get him into the initiative order,
Okay,
because
gotcha.
that might be a necessary thing to know.
Well, young one, though you are more than meets the eye, more than meets the ear, it seems unfit that you should befall such a doom.
He's taking a shining to you.
Yeah, just staring him down, and I said, it would be great if you could help us, mister. Defend us from these evil fiends.
I am no great warrior, but I will do all that I can for you, young one.
Oh, you're so big and strong. And then I'll let him do his business. That's the end of my turn.
You have charmed Krilljack. He actually has a name, Krilljack.
You know, he looked like a Krilljack.
It's the lower jaw. Charmed. Okay. Charmed by Emmett. We proceed to the greater gargoyle. It is being protected by the stony wings of its ally, so it likes being right there next to that ally. It seems that that protection is just within 5 feet. I will roll to see if it actually recharges. Okay, it is unsuccessful in doing so, though it does have a wonderful multi-attack routine. And it seems to be more effective. Its attacks seem to have stronger effects when it's attacking frightened creatures, when it's damaging frightened creatures. A tail, claws, and a bite. Okay. Tail, claw, bite. Well, it's a 12, a 23, and a 9 to hit. So it sounds like just a 23 is going to do it.
Yes.
Live, Henderson.
Hopefully I will live.
Okay. It has... It has dealt 11.
Damn.
11 slashing damage. Did that roll
That
max?
is-
It rolled maximum damage. Henderson, you
That
are
is-
struck. What happens, Henderson?
It has done 1 damage more than it needed to
Oh.
completely knock Henderson down to the ground.
Oh.
Henderson falls.
As he falls to the ground. Ah, that hurts so bad.
Oh.
I was
The
I had a-
claws rake you across your chest and face, and you are overwhelmed. Down to the ground you go.
Is there a thing?
All right, it is the scroll creature. Now, Dorothi has placed this trap, though it is on the ground, and it is a flying thing. It's actually flying. It's not like hovering, like a beholder. It actually is like flapping the strands of parchment and whatnot, snaking through the air, and its serpentine head peers through the open doors. Looks like Hakim is the target standing there.
I would argue there's at least half cover from the sarcophagus, but I don't know how high up it is.
Plus 20 feet. I think it's feeling good to come in and attack. So it comes like over your head and then dips down a bit in altitude, and it strikes at you with a bite and a tail lash. Got a 25 and a 9.
Well, 25 hits just about anything, but 9 sure don't.
This is from the bite. It is some slashing damage plus some force damage. We're looking at 10 total.
So this will be interesting on his turn when his boon is active, but Hakim is looking at his fallen allies to see who he can revive, and gets blindsided to the face and just sort of like silently, well, doesn't say anything but thuds to the ground with a cloud of dust, whether it's from him or surroundings, who
my.
knows.
Hakim and Henderson both have been overwhelmed. This
Is
is
it just
looking pretty
Emmett right
grim,
now?
everyone.
I think it's just Emmett right now.
This is looking
And
pretty
that's our only
grim.
hope.
Hakeem, it is your turn. Name
Well,
your
cool.
boon.
So his boon is a hit die of healing. So I guess he goes to the ground, but then the camera zooms in on his eye, Jurassic Park T-Rex style, and it flicks open. So he'll roll a hit die of healing there. Just gonna get him 8. All right.
Does that bring you back to right what you were before getting knocked out?
No, it brings me back to exactly 1 hit point less than what I was at before I got knocked out.
Okay.
So with that in mind, Emmett's out of the
You
room.
each now have an injury. You each have 1 level of exhaustion. That
Yeah.
imposes disadvantage on ability checks, by the way.
Well,
I
okay.
forgot about that with my deception check.
Yeah,
So-
you did. But your deception was so spectacular that
It was too good.
Okay. So who's still down on the ground now? It's Dorothea and Henderson both,
Dorothy
Yes.
and Henderson both. Yes.
and disadvantage on a medicine check to revive either of them. I, as a player, know there's some boons coming, but Hakeem might not. So, well, he spends half his movement to stand up. So he's got his rest of his movement, and he's got his vampire feature of what's it called? Fast movement or quick
Swift
step? Swift step. That's what it is. So that'll give him another half of his movement. So yeah, he will stand up. That's 15 feet. Then he's going to. Yeah, he's going to use his action to try a medicine check on Dorothea since he's standing right next to her anyway. So that'll be medicine. The skill nobody ever uses, but it's helpful when it works. It's going to be a disadvantage. And no. Okay. He just sort of pats her and says, I will never look at a kebab the same way again. And sprints. Oh, he already used his action. So he sprints out of the room, moving 30 feet with the remainder of his movement plus a swift step. Where's his token? Oh, it's under the. Is it under the paper creature? Yeah. Can I get it out? Yeah, there we go.
You will provoke an opportunity attack.
Yeah, well, he already used his action, so.
All right. The rune-scribed scroll construct whips out with its tail, and there are some crackling arcane arcs of lightning on its tail. 17 to hit.
Well, shit. All right.
Not what you hoped to hear.
We are in trouble.
Yeah, you could.
I'm in
you
danger.
could say that.
Yeah, basically, yes, I'm in danger. Yeah, and that's Emmett right now. On the bus. Very upset.
Everybody fucking hates paper.
You are lashed by the thing's whipping tail, and it crackles with arcane lightning, and you suffer 19 damage.
The rules on massive damage are it's more than your max hit points, right?
It has to be enough damage to cover your current hit points plus an amount equal to your max. So there's no way
Oh,
that's
okay.
instant death.
Yeah, sure.
You have
Still a
2
lot.
injuries now. You are also hobbled to half speed.
Well, and he's unconscious and making death saves anyway, so we'll see if any of that matters because he's also right by the thing, and yeah, it's bad.
Yeah, it's
Hakeem,
Quite.
ye hardly knew ye self, let alone we hardly knew ye.
Henderson. Name your boon.
Yeah. I had a really good one, and then you knocked me unconscious. So I need to get up, but I really don't Can I roll my death save right now and then decide if my boon... what my boon is?
For certain.
Okay. I'm gonna roll a death save.
Come on, CJ.
Okay. I
Lucky
passed the
13.
death save.
All right.
That's good. Where's my character sheet? That's why. Man. I don't wanna waste my boon on healing myself just to get up if there's a chance that Emmett can do something.
Your boon could apply to somebody else.
Oh,
Oh, could it?
You name it. Fate is
Emmett
extending
have something he can help you with?
extending some help to you. It can kind of be anything you want. Though as I forbade, but as I boded to you pre-stream, if you choose something that's of exceeding power, it will come with some drawback.
So here's the thing. How far back can fate affect?
Oh.
Fate
You know,
is
they
fate.
say anything is possible in a world of myth and
Can
magic.
can I affect fate from the last turn and make the scroll construct roll with disadvantage on its attack?
Oh, you should make fate make us wake up after this encounter because it was all a dream. Should do that.
Can I? So what I'd really
It's
like
all a
is
dream
just
that you
make
were
it.
experiencing while imprisoned within
I'd really
the
like
far
it to
realm.
just. I'd really like it to just miss its last attack.
Uh-huh.
On
The opportunity attack against
On
Hakim?
Hakim, yeah, the opportunity attack on Hakim. But I feel like saying just make it miss is a little bit too fatey, and I'd like to have it roll disadvantage to see if it misses.
Well, I'll let you decide. I can have it do a disadvantage, essentially a reroll, and we can see maybe it missed with the opportunity attack, or maybe it still hit. I think that's a pretty minor boon. Or you can say, no, it missed. That is truly what happened. And
I think what truly happened is that it missed. It did
Okay.
not knock Hakim down then, and I'll suffer the consequence of whatever.
okay.
that
oh,
is.
sure. Okay.
It
Yeah,
actually
that's-
chose not. It chose not to make an opportunity attack at all. It decided it would save its reaction for something else.
Dude, I can like feel the monkey's paw going like.
That fingers just
the
turning
mysterious
down.
winds of fate whip about, and there is a ripple in space and perhaps even in time. And Hakim, you are not on the ground dying. You do not have 2 levels of exhaustion. You have only 1. The Thing had a better strategy in mind that did not include lashing at you with its tail. And you're still at, I think, 8 hit points. And you moved somewhere.
Yes,
Where'd you
his
move?
mind burned for a moment with the searing pain of a lethal cut, and then he forgot to fall down and die. So he's gonna move. Oops, not like that. He's gonna move there. Space for waypoints, yeah.
Yeah.
And then between his movement and swift step ends up there. Oop. Token collide giving me issues. There we go. Oh wait, no, that's
I'll put you there.
sorry, that was 30 on top of that. Oh,
There
okay,
we go.
yeah, there we go.
That's fine.
Oh, it lagged out for me, but okay. Hopefully that worked.
Henderson,
Mhm.
strange things are happening with you. What is real and what is not real, and what truly happened is all kind of thrown into the air at the moment. Re-roll your death saving throw.
13 still.
13. It seems that, indeed, what happened was true. You succeeded on your death saving throw after all. Durathi, it is your turn.
Okay.
Knock, and the door shall be opened.
I think I will also roll a hit die to regain some hit points and hopefully, not die.
That's always a good thing.
Yeah. Let's see what we got over here. Oh, okay, nice. So I'm going to heal for 13. Okay.
So, Durathi, you regain awareness, consciousness. You regain a bit of vigor. Your Minotaur heart thrums with the necessity to fight on, to strive, to live, to endeavor. You do have one level of exhaustion from the injury you gained previously. You also have a curse upon you. A terrible, awful curse that seems to be related to wearing or wielding magic items. And if only you could just get those damn boots off, you'd feel a lot better.
Can I
You
know
have
the
your whole
move
turn.
where you...
Proceed.
Oh, okay. Well, you know the move where you use one foot to kick off the shoe of the other foot while I'm still on the ground. Can I try to do that? Before anyone looks at me, I'm just trying to get my shoes off.
You use the twisting strands of fate to kick it off and onto the monster.
Oh. Yeah, I'm good. I guess I don't know what kind of check that would be, if any. But I want to try and kick the boots off me.
How interested are you in getting those boots off?
Well, you said it's like a burning, searing pain.
I wouldn't say that. No, you feel very sensitive, like an aching vulnerability all over your body. And you've noticed that attacks against you have advantage, and you have vulnerability to damage. Just damage.
Okay. Well, then maybe
if you're willing to, let's say, risk spending your action, we can have you roll a let's do a sleight of hand check, and if you succeed, you could get them off as a bonus action, and if you fail, you'll get them off as an action.
Okay, yeah, I think actually then I would prioritize just getting out of here. Ooh, sorry. Okay, so I think then I will just
disengage and
just
move?
lumber up. Yes, as I come to consciousness, my big bovine eyes flare open, they flutter, and my breath just like I snort. It's a strong, powerful snort as I bring myself back up onto my hooves.
Okay.
Yes. So I guess that's like half my action.
Sure. Okay, that'll take 20 feet of speed.
Yes. And then I want to get on out of here. I see that Hakeem's out there. Oh, the little grumpy calf. And I'm going to try and catch up to him. But I see that this gargoyle is in my way. So if I don't know, since I'm large, I guess it wouldn't work if I tried to gingerly scoot around.
Oops, I didn't mean to accidentally move your character.
Oh, no worries. But yeah, if I were to try to scoot around, I guess Durathi's too large to do that, right?
I'd say there's a pretty good amount of space to maneuver through there.
Okay, cool. Well, then I will do a little shuffle this way.
Yeah, you might just need to step over or do a bit of leaping. Are you using disengage as your action to avoid opportunity attacks?
Yes, I would. But then that would only apply once,
So I wouldn't
right?
quite get
'Cause
you
I'm
out of the
still-
room then. You could instead go north and shut those doors.
Yeah. Shut him
Yeah.
on Henderson.
Leave Henderson in there all by himself with the door closed.
Hey, he's the one of us who's been here the least. We don't really know this guy. He could be untrustworthy. distrustful. Whatever
Maybe
it
he
is.
set the trap.
It's true. Maybe he just didn't league with the enemy.
He did also come out of one of these caskets, just like all
He
the other
claims to
times.
hate Thakodas so much that he almost has to be in league with Thakodas secretly, right?
That's true.
He
it's a little
literally did
sus.
come out of these caskets just like the others.
Hmm.
I mean, the gargoyles were in the room.
All right,
but-
Dorothy,
Yeah.
you want to move like just to the side of the room, or do you want to go up north and get into that
Yeah,
tomb
I
and
think
shut the
I'll.
door?
I don't want to lock myself into that room where like I got in trouble before, so I'm gonna follow along like as close as I can get to the doorway where
Okay,
Hakeem
you got 10
went
more
out.
feet.
Yeah, so I'll just like scoot a wee bit. And then maybe can I throw a trap down? Another trap?
That
Right
takes
in
an
the
action.
doorway? Oh, never mind. I will not throw a trap down. Okay. I'm here then. Hi, guys.
Krilljack comes to the side of Emmett, and he's an eyeless fellow, so he perceives by like cocking his head this way and that. He's got these ears that are almost reminiscent of a bat ear shape, and he listens, and he kind of sniffs and maybe even sends out these little high-pitched chitters as though echolocating. I am no warrior. And it's true, he's not wearing any armor. He doesn't really have much of in terms of weapons. He doesn't really have more than just this little leather sap at his side that maybe he would use to bludgeon a rat.
Well, you're the crypt keeper, aren't you? Why don't you settle them down? You're here with them all the time. I'm sure they don't attack you when you go through those rooms.
Listen,
He says to particularly Henderson and Dorothy,
if you will cease your siege upon this tomb, I will try to reason with the guardians.
do you all
Do
agree?
it, Dorothy.
Yes. Yes. I mean, yes. Of course.
Guardians of the tomb, you have done well and fended off these intruders. They will cause no more trouble. Go back to your posts.
We come in peace.
It was just a test. We're just seeing if you were doing your job. You passed.
A plus.
Okay, so we'll say Dorothy moves out without being harmed, and the one gargoyle goes back to its post, and the other gargoyle, it's not wanting to let Henderson go, and the crypt keeper says,
No, listen to me. He will cause you no more malice.
and this gargoyle is just dragging Henderson back across the tomb area. Does anyone do anything about
Well,
that?
it was nice knowing you, CJ.
So much fun playing with you guys. This is really fun. This is a great adventure.
It was starting to grow on me, that guy.
It's really nice being,
The crypt keeper is trying to reason with this gargoyle, but it seems to just be dead set that it needs to keep this violator, this vandal in its charge. Go ahead and make a
It's
death
cool.
save for Henderson.
It's cool. I showed up late, so obviously. It's
All right, you've got 2
17.
successes. Does anyone do anything about this gargoyle being possessive over Henderson?
Yeah, this could go really badly, but Hakeem is a vampire too. He also has a charming gaze. I think he might try and dig that out now.
Your
Meanwhile,
charms work
Dubroth
upon
is
humanoids
saying-
and
oh.
beasts.
Oh, that's right. It's castrated. Duh. Okay.
I thought about charming the gargoyles, but they,
Yep.
I don't think they fit into the profile.
Yeah.
Indeed, they seem to be constructs, statuary that is animated.
Oh, we did our best.
One less human. Good riddance. And Durathi spits on the ground.
Are we technically out of combat, or are we...
We are. Henderson, go ahead and make another death save.
Okay.
Watch him survive in there.
Hey.
You are stabilized. Okay.
I say,
Sweet.
you gargoyles there, you did a fine job. Maybe we could give you a token of our appreciation for guarding this tomb. And if I sound real tired, it's because I'm exhausted right now. But I mean it with sincerity. We'll give you okay, what do we got? I say to Hakim. A totem, something.
Boots. I
This
have
gargoyle's quite the possessive one.
Oh, wait.
It might
hold
be
on.
considering this son of Hinda, its charge. It might be just waiting until one of the masters comes.
I did listen to her. She said she had a gift for it. Boots, right?
Yes. Do you want these boots for that disgusting piece of human flesh?
No,
I-
Durathi, don't give up your
I-
boots. Those are your most treasured item.
They're so valuable. Worth the king's ransom, I
Are
think.
they ruby?
Dorothi, have you taken the boots off?
I have not managed to take them off yet. I guess
Would you
at
like
this point
would you
I
like
will
to
try
take
to
them off?
I'll try to take one off so I can like show it to them like, you want a boot? Like,
Okay, you remove one of your I don't know if they're properly a boot, but maybe sort of like a lower leg greave, and you have
Okay.
that in hand, and that feels a little better. You want to take the other one off too?
yeah, now that I see the first one comes off easy, I'll just like
Alright.
quickly take off the
You take
second
them
one.
off, and you might even be inclined to just like drop them to the ground.
Yeah, but I'll make it look natural. So like I'll be like, "Oh, look at these nice boots," and I gently like toss it in their direction. like,
Okay, you toss the
"You can
boots in
have
there.
these."
The reason I was prompting you with the ridding yourself of contact with them is because it's an awful sensation. But as soon as you let go of them, you don't feel so bad. I think you might have a slight creeped out sensation, like there's still like this curse is lingering upon you, but you don't have that feeling of vulnerability any longer.
Nice. Okay.
The Minotaur greaves clang to the ground and make a persuasion check.
Ooh. Oh,
Who
boy.
makes it, technically?
Yeah.
Dorothi,
Okay.
you have
Yeah.
disadvantage from your wound.
Ugh, and
Don't
I'm
forget
not
the
very
exhaustion.
charismatic. Let's see. Oh man. Okay.
With a nat 20, nat 1.
May I
Alright.
interject here? May I interject? Of
The
course,
gargoyle
you
clutches
gargoyles
all
don't
the
need-
tighter on the unconscious Henderson.
You gargoyles don't need greaves. Look at you. You're made of stone. What use does it have? But, and I'm going to be very upset, CJ, I'm giving something up for you, okay? But I will take out my talking doll. It was one of my magical items. It says catchphrases and things like that, like, I'm going to love you forever. And I'll take it out and I'll pull the little drawstring and I'll say it in a very creepy voice, almost like you heard it in your own head. And I will pull it out and I say, I'm a big boy now. I don't need my little toys from when I was a child. Maybe we could do a trade. You take this doll. It almost looks like him. It looks undead. And I'll present that to the doorway.
Okay. Make a persuasion check of your own.
With disadvantage.
Yes, actually, you all are injured.
Yes.
You all
Yes.
have
Mhm.
that.
No, I know. I didn't do it last time. with disadvantage, a
Oh my gosh.
17.
Wow.
Without a word, the gargoyle looks interested. It peers at this doll and has its hobbly walk. Is your trap still active, Durathi? The gargoyle is about ready to step on the area of the trap.
Oh my gosh.
Hold
Well,
there.
yeah, I haven't deactivated it, so I guess it's still
Oh no.
active.
Just a moment. Just a
Um,
moment. I'll toss it to you. I'll toss it to you.
Are you all?
And
You
I'll
all?
chuck it.
Call out to the gargoyle to halt. Don't walk onto that circle. And I'm just curious. Are your traps glyphs, like subtly glowing glyphs on the ground, or are they actually some kind of device that you throw out there?
I was imagining them as glyphs, but also
Okay.
that trap, like everybody saw me lay it down because it was like
They
in the middle
did.
of combat.
Yes, they sure did. You have misgivings as to the intelligence level of these stony guardians, though. It may not quite realize the danger,
Oh,
but
God.
it's okay. You all halt it. That's fine. That's the important thing, or that's what I was most curious about, is if you were, if you're wanting to prevent it from bumbling into danger. Okay. And so it goes around that. It picks up the doll, looks at it, looks at Emmett, and it flies back into the corner to its post.
And the doll will blurt out, "Hi, I'm your friend till the end."
It pulls it again.
It says, "He's the most promising killer I've ever seen." Referring to me.
And it seems quite amused, actually, with this contraption. This clearly a feat of magical engineering. And it's just sitting there in the corner, just pulling the string over and over again.
This might be your opportunity to retrieve your fallen comrade.
Good idea. Hakeem, go ahead.
Durathi
Hakeem?
scurries forward and gets her boots.
Did we lose Adam?
Did we lose him?
Lost Adam.
Oh no.
Hakeem.
He's got his glorious beard there.
I don't know what happened there.
Oh,
Okay,
he stepped away,
so
it looks like. Yeah.
Henderson,
Michelle, you would
unconscious
like to go?
but stable, has been retrieved.
Great.
Right.
And am I so kind of averse to my boots that I wouldn't even pick them up off the ground? Because like I feel like it's, if they don't want the boots, I'm gonna take the boots back.
I'll take him for you. And I'll just hold on to him till you're ready for him.
Oh. Thank you, small human.
I might have gone overboard with my description, Durathi. It seems that wearing or using a magic item is what causes the vulnerability. So if you just put them in a bag or whatever,
Yeah, but
just
it's
just
scarred
a
you, so I'll take
container,
'em.
that's fine.
I see. Okay. Thank you, small human man.
I'll hold on to him for you. Now we gotta get this big
Yeah,
fella.
or you
up.
could have someone else using them.
They're a little too big for me, but maybe we get this guy up and get
That's
out of here.
Okay, and then I'll take whatchamacallit, Henderson, and then fling him over my shoulder.
And I'll smack him in the face. He's not waking up.
He was dead a moment ago. Perhaps the same force that resurrected him the first time can do it again.
Jack, Rumplejack. What was his name again?
Krilljack.
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 Do you have anything to rise this fine, upstanding undead?
Not of the sort which I believe you are meaning.
You know where we can find something?
I would suggest you speak with one who is knowledgeable in the ways of mysticism. There are some in the forum. I cannot speak for the trustworthiness. There is also the shrine not far from the forum. I
Now-
don't know, the priest there may have such knowledge.
Shrine sounds like a good idea. You would be able to show us, right? And I guess we're maybe spending this next minute interacting if we can. I'd like to maybe bind him.
Mm-hmm.
So he would need to make
Alright.
another saving throw. If he fails it, then he would be my new friend.
Comes up with a 12.
That fails.
I will do just that, whatever you say.
You are so helpful, my kind friend. What was your name again?
I am Krilljak.
Krilljack. You sure you don't want to just go by Jack?
I have never been called that before.
Why don't we do it now? We'll just call you Jack.
If it pleases you.
Everybody, this is Jack. He's gonna be joining us for a little bit. You remember my friend Dorothy, the orc we met?
Hi, Jack.
The orc. Remember what happened to him? I'm sure it won't happen to Jack.
What happened to
We
this
shall see.
orc?
He
Worry
wanted.
about it.
Yeah, don't worry about it. I'm sure nothing bad's gonna happen to you because you're real smart.
The more you say that, the less I believe it.
Be smart, right, everybody?
So smart. Wow.
So there's this lingering sense of dread and perhaps urgency that at some point the stone to flesh effect is going to wear off.
Ooh.
If you all are inclined, you can make arcana checks and attempt to gauge that. Like, what sort of time are you looking at?
I ain't so smart. I think none of
If
us.
it's Dorothy Hakim, might you be inclined, or are you saying that's something that you just?
I rolled
could
a
be.
2.
Oh, jeez. I rolled a 3.
Come on, Adam, 4.
Yep. Sorry, my
No, you're good.
founder
I'm
was
just
being a
saying.
little weird.
No, you're good.
It's like, okay, there we go. It unlagged itself. That's 12. That's double digits.
You
barely.
do have disadvantage.
Oh, sorry.
Still hope for the 4 yet.
No, still 12.
Okay. Well, you don't rightly know. It doesn't seem like it's happening just right now. You don't have any sensations. I don't know. Magic effects, they can last for a while, right?
I've forgotten a great many things. I think this was one of them. I want to say I knew it once, but that was so long ago.
I'd say you feel confident that you could take a short rest.
Nice.
But beyond that, it is only unknown.
That sounds worth attempting.
Yeah, I would say a short rest would be nice. We can rest right here, right? Right, Jack?
Yeah. Perhaps Krilljak can stand
Friend.
guard.
The guardsmen may, at some point, reappear in the crypt. They seem to not be prioritizing this location. But that could always change.
So you think we should take the rest here or go somewhere else? Do you have an idea?
Well, since the Guardians have returned to their stations, you are not at risk of their attacks, so long as you do not rob or otherwise vandalize.
Then let's do it. Let's take a short rest here, everybody.
Yeah, with the door to the left firmly closed.
And CJ, will he benefit from that too, right?
If he just stays unconscious and stabilized, then he will gain 1 hit point after, I think you already did the roll, after 2 hours.
Mm. So we need to find something to heal him, though.
Yeah,
I don't have anything. Do you all?
Like, unless you short rest for 2 hours instead of 4.
Unless you do 2 hours. Yeah, that is true.
But how much time
Right.
we have?
I don't see another. I mean, I don't think we should drag a body around out into this place, even if we feel like we're.
I've seen
Not
that happen before.
Yeah. I feel like
It
dragging
didn't
a
turn
body
out
would
so
be bad.
good.
So why don't we take a 2-hour short rest so he gets up at least, and then.
And then we'll have
Then
1
we
hit
could-
point, and then we can
Have
take
1 hit
another
point, yeah.
short rest for an hour, and I can spend hit dice.
Do you have any abilities to like regenerate? Like I know that vampires do it like 7th level or something, but maybe you get it earlier.
I did, but I used it.
Oh, you did.
Yeah. I used it during the fight, and
Mm.
if I hadn't gone down, I was going to recharge it as my faithful, as my boon of fate.
Yeah, yeah.
But I had gone down, so I saved Hakim instead.
Okay.
Which is very appreciated, by the way. I hope I'm not just leaving you to die. Wasn't a bad way to repay that.
Does no one have a potion of healing?
No, but to be honest, everybody, I think if we try to fight our way out of this, we're gonna be in trouble. So maybe even just you with 1 hit point, so that we won't have to carry you. We can manage to like get Krilljack to help us a little bit, and maybe just get a potion. Go to that shrine, see a priest. I don't know.
Are you asking him to go inquire about such a thing in return?
Like, well, here's a question.
There we go. Go ahead, CJ.
So, I don't gain the benefits of a short rest until
Yeah, you're just
after I'm back
unconscious
to
for 2 more
conscious.
hours, then you'll gain 1 hit point and regain consciousness.
Right.
I have a
okay.
great idea, though, everybody. Jack, come on over here, Jack. It just dawned on me. Why don't you go fetch one of those healing potions from the priest?
Hey, what?
Yeah, go fetch one of them for us. Maybe 2, 3, 4. I mean, you can get at least one.
You're looking for an elixir?
Mm-hmm. You got it.
Yes, well, should they ask for compensation,
We got you,
contribution
my
to the
friend.
coffers of the shrine?
Of course. Hakim, pay the man.
Here's you. Contribution to what tune?
He says, sifting through pockets and bags that might or might not still contain any amount of actual money.
Some moths fly out.
Right?
Duratha, you must have some. Was that a gold ring in your nose? Give that to him.
Okay.
About the costumes of Minotaurs, but that sounds racist.
What of those wondrous boots that you are willing to exchange for the sake of Henderson?
Yeah, most wondrous.
They are pretty wonderful. Okay. And oh wait, I think Emmett had them, right? So then Durathi will nod at Emmett and say,
Yeah, that's
ahead.
right. I have them.
"Go ahead. It is a worthy sacrifice."
He's wearing them like full leg coverings. Goes up to his torso.
Yeah, you can't even bend your knees. You just have to walk around with like stick.
Yeah, I'll give him to Jack and tell him, yeah, fetch us one of them nice elixirs. As many as this will get us.
He runs his fingers over the Minotaur greaves and gives him a little whiff.
They smell of... Well, clearly they have served you well in many a battle.
That's right. Thank you.
I will do as I can. And,
He like wraps them up in a cloth and takes them and bundles them in his arms gingerly.
I will see what can be done.
And he walks with his kind of like hobbly, malign gait. Comes to the goes up the steps and goes out the front door. The door, really, the one entrance as it would seem to the crypt. Do you do anything while he is absent?
I guess we'll start the rest, right?
Do you go into the tomb to the left? Go ahead and move your tokens if you are.
Where do you think we should go? Hide somewhere? Somewhere out of sight if they open the door?
Yeah. I guess like we are now at peace with the gargoyles and the squirrel creature, right? So if we go in, they'll leave us alone.
Just don't touch the crypt.
It seems to be, as long as you're not grave robbing or whatever, violating, defiling anything, they will just be like statues.
All right, let's do it.
Yeah.
We'll just hop in here. And if you know what, too, we could like summon those creatures, right? Like we'll just start ripping open caskets, and then they'll have to fight all the guards too.
Sure.
Oh, it's a plan B. It's a plan B.
It's an option.
Sure.
Yeah, we need to make
That's
sure
exactly
we're
how
out
it
of there
would work.
first.
Yeah, we were on the way out, and then just throw open a casket, take a goblet, run.
Also, Foundry lagged for me for a bit there. Did we roll our hit dice for taking a short rest already, or not yet?
I didn't.
Not
Okay.
yet.
Cool.
Okay. I guess.
Durathi,
I
do you keep
will-
your trap active?
Oh no, I'll disengage the
You want to
trap.
get rid of that? Okay.
Yes.
Let me see if I can figure out how to erase. Let's see. Oh, that was easy.
Nice.
Okay, you disable your blasting trap. It is no more.
Yes, sir. And I'm gonna lay Henderson down, kind of like behind the large sarcophagus, out of view of the doorway. So if someone were to come in, they wouldn't see him right away. Lay him out here behind.
I mean, he's the most not out of place thing here. He's just a corpse.
He was here.
Yeah.
That's true.
I healed.
Put him right back in his coffin.
21.
Yeah.
By the way. I healed to 21 out of 38, and I used all the remaining hit dice that I had. So I am spent. It's about as good as I'm going to get.
Nice.
Okay.
But I do gain back, Esper, you said because I'm a beguiler, I gain back my charms.
That's true. Yeah, you get your charming
Sweet.
gauge usages back on a short
That's
rest.
huge. That's huge.
Okay.
Adam, are you still having issues with Foundry lag?
A little bit, but it's manageable.
Okay. Is Hakeem joining the rest of the party?
Yes, he certainly is.
Oh, okay.
Nice rolls, Michelle.
Thanks. Oh my
Nice.
gosh.
Yeah, that looks good.
Let's-
Oh, okay. I keep getting token kawaii. Where?
I will be honest
Okay.
with you. I was very worried. That was
Alright.
very close to being a TBK.
Yeah.
It was.
I was wondering what we were gonna do after the stream ends in like 10 minutes, you know?
Right?
Let's just chat, I guess.
I knew Jack would be helpful.
Yeah, I was wondering if you were
One-
going to try your last charm on him. Try again.
Oh, nice.
Good guy.
Though I did
do
kind of
another
goof
one.
up. I don't know if this is a
Okay.
goof up or not, but you tried charming that swarm. And actually, swarms are immune to charm. Probably
there you go.
because there's just like, whatever, dozens or hundreds of tiny little creatures. And so, let's say you charmed
Right.
one individual wasp, that has no bearing on the entirety of the swarm. But I don't know
Yeah,
if that
and
means I'm just supposed to say that it doesn't look effective to you, or if I'm just supposed to let you try it and just say, nothing happens.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Though I
that's
could
just one of
charm
those
if I wanted
DM
to, like
discretion things.
though I could though, kind of like Gandalf, right? Charm a little moth or butterfly, right? You know, if I needed to send a message.
Yeah, I guess
or-
you could potentially have one single wasp charmed.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
true.
It seems like it
Though
would
it
work.
is, I think it's
combat.
conceded on its wisdom save.
Well, there you
Okay, maybe I am having a Foundry issue. I see the map is mostly gray, and I still see Emmett nearby. But
Just
the rest of the
reload
party is gone?
your web browser.
Okay. All right.
That
there we
should
go.
that should clear it up.
Yeah.
Which browser are you using?
Chrome.
Oh, okay.
I figure Foundry itself just had a little bit of a. Oh, there we go. There's
I love
everybody back.
Internet Explorer personally.
That doesn't exist anymore. You mean Edge?
I know. Oh, Edge.
Yeah.
Don't get me started on Edge.
All right, you all have completed. Well, 3 of you that are not unconscious have completed a short rest. I'll mark an hour having passed there.
Where's Jack?
And Grill Jack is returning.
Oh, thank God.
There we are. Okay.
What took you so long, buddy?
I was unable to make such haste, for there is much ritual and ceremony underway at the shrine. But I did manage an offering of those wondrous boots, and was given in return 2 elixirs. And he reveals 2 different vials. One looks decidedly better than the other one.
Well, how are we all feeling here?
I have no need. I am strong.
I look over
Should
to.
save these for when they are more fortuitous. Or, give them to the one who's still almost dead.
Fair enough, and I'll take both of them.
Are you not inclined to administer to Henderson the lesser healing potion?
That's what I was thinking about. Yeah.
I'm gonna think about it for a second. I'll give him the lesser one. Yeah, I'll put the lesser one to his lips, wake him up.
So there are many things that do not function in terms of healing undead. Almost nothing works, but
Oh, really?
healing potions do.
Oh, really?
And
Okay,
there's
good, thank God.
a great magical effervescence that runs through Henderson's body. Not nearly as uncomfortable as just coming back from the dead, and you regain. It's like 2d4 plus 2.
You want to roll it, CJ?
We'll roll it. Hey, there we go. 9 hit points.
Very nice.
Much better.
Sweet. Much better. Ah, Thagodas! Where's Thagodas? I'm alive.
Sounds like he's back.
If you continue shouting like that, he just might appear. Good.
Stupid human.
Emmett, you also have a greater healing potion in your possession.
Yeah, I'm gonna put that away in my bag. I think everybody would probably be best if I held on to this because I'm not such a good fighter, so I'm going to be the one who maybe will have to save one of you all.
Ah, yes, just as you did before.
I'll hold on to it then. I almost drop it. Oh. I put it in my bag.
Hopefully, it's like
They like
a
fumble it in the air.
tin bottle or leather or something, or not glass.
I hope it's really thin glass. With a crack already in it.
Good.
The
Trust the child with the glassware. Perfect.
The potion is contained within some variety of bladder.
Aha, even
All
better.
right. Can't break anyway.
Yeah, it's not going to just shatter to the floor. No.
All right, cool. You feel good, Henderson?
I'm ready to take on Thakodos.
So, are you all going to try to push your luck a bit and do another short rest for the sake of Henderson getting a short rest, or are you going to proceed just right here and now?
I'll leave it to you, CJ. You feel like you want to take a rest or you want to go?
I mean, I of course want to take a rest, but I'm absolutely okay with charging forward. What's the worst that could happen?
Henderson would charge.
Henderson would charge. CJ wants to heal up and regain his short rest abilities.
Well,
So,
it's-
Krilljack has
saw.
a little bit of information that could be
Yeah.
helpful.
What did he learn on his little journey? Tell us
The-
what you learned, Jack.
Team of guards that mustered at the post, they have moved from the great corridor. I know not where they went, but they are not there. But a single guardsman stands watch outside the doorway of the guard post.
So we must make sure it does not sound an alarm. But the way is open to us. Should we dispose of him?
what do you think about luring him in here? Jack could call him for some aid, lifting a heavy casket, sarcophagus.
You are a clever one, my friend.
Oh,
I am
thanks.
not silver-tongued like you, but I will do as you bid.
You could compliment me one more time if you want.
All right, so
He's
Krilljack.
like, no.
Krilljack, he shuffles away once again, and you hear the door open and shut, the crypt door open and shut, and
We'll get ready to surprise attack him. Would we be able to maybe peer around the corner just to see how the interaction goes?
if you would like to, you are certainly welcome.
I would.
Okay, so sorry, I thought you were actually moving the token. That's fine. You don't need to move the token. So Emmett, you slip up the stairs and peer out the entrance way, the doorway, and look down the great corridor. And it's a little ways down, but it's within eyesight. And there are these ever burning flames here and there that provide some illumination. And he's talking to the soldier. It's like a hobgoblin wearing a suit of scale mail and has a heavy crossbow as his main weapon. He's got a helmet with, this sort of leather and fur and a skull cap and a brass spike on top. And he says something rather curt, whatever it is, to Krilljack, and Krilljack kind of, mumbles something else, and the guard just scowls at him. And Krilljack, he returns. I'll go ahead. I'll put Ibit here if you don't mind.
Go for it. All right. I noticed that didn't go as well as you wanted it to.
He would not be troubled.
How far away was he again?
I can tell you. I've got this other map that's like a whole like dungeon level map. It's actually pretty helpful. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. About 140 maybe feet away.
What do you
To
think,
the
everybody? How
west.
should we lure this guy, or should we just bum rush him?
There is just one. We can take him.
Yes, but if we,
There's the entire guard post. I do not know how many others are within.
We must ensure he does not raise an alarm.
If
This
we
is
kill
a-
him swift enough, he will never be able to.
Swiftly or stealthily, ideally both.
remind me, Jack. Beyond the guard post, what's that way? And do we not want to go the opposite direction of the guard post?
Why don't I actually show you all the like dungeon level map, and that could
Sure.
maybe help with some of your decision making. It sounds like you all don't want to explore the crypt anymore. I mean, that is still an option, and who knows what's in all these tombs.
We've been not so lucky in this crypt.
Well, I mean, there's luck. There's also, strategy. You could mount up a different strategy and kind of like focus your efforts room by room.
Yeah, only have like one encounter at a time. That would be a good idea.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Okay, so you all can zoom this out quite a bit, and this is basically showing you areas that your characters have already seen. So to the west, that big area, that's the fighting pit area where most of you started off. And then you see this long, great corridor, and there's this one little area that's kind of illuminated. You had some fighting taking place around there, like with that chimera. And there are a number of doors. I'm not sure how. Yeah, I guess if you are zoomed in enough, you can see these doors. There are some certain doors. The door that would be to the west. Why is this not? There we go. I don't know if you're seeing my ping there. That door to the west, that's where the guard post is. And actually, this... Okay. Okay, cool. Sorry, I had to fix a thing. And then to the east, that even larger area, that's what's being referred to as the Forum. There's dwellings and mercantile stands and shops of various monstrous folk, and there are the other, vice dens and shady parlors. And there are these just little adjoining corridors and doors and stuff all over the place.
Sorry, I can't see. I just see like.
I see the one token.
Yeah, I see the one.
That one token is representing your whole party.
The whole party, right? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm the only one that can control that. But I can put individual tokens down if you guys would like.
Well, I just don't see anything other than what the token probably sees, right? That was the
Yeah.
intention? Okay.
Had we gone into the forum?
Presently, you should
Sorry.
be able to see like the crypt room, the great corridor, the big
Oh, yeah, we
forum room
don't
to
see
the
that.
east, and the big
No.
fighting pit to the west.
Yeah, we just see a swath of the corridor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
I don't
only
think
see a
we
swath
see
of the
all-
corridor.
Yeah, you described more than we see, but
Oh,
I don't see
really?
anything other than, yeah.
We see
Hmm.
like a 6x3 rectangle.
No kidding. No kidding. Well, I was under the impression that you would be able to see grayed out areas.
I
Now
do
we
see
can
that now. Yes.
now.
Yep.
Let
I'll be
me
right back.
Oh,
let me do something. This is not your character's actually moving, but let me see if this just helps.
Okay. Yep. That's like kind of
Mhm.
clearing things out.
nice.
Are you seeing a grayed out area still to the east now?
Yeah.
Yes.
That's like fog. Yeah, that's like revealing fog of war.
Okay. So, I don't know why it didn't have that already, because I set that up in advance. Okay, so now you should be able to see grayed out areas to the east and west.
Okay.
Yes.
Very good.
So
All right, so this is just representing that your characters are in the crypt presently. Though
This
we
area,
can use this level of map for you all to like move around and interact with things. It works like that too.
yeah, so we're here, and down here, I don't know if I can ping.
There are a bunch of different doorways in the corridor.
Yeah. There's a bunch of
Krilljack
doors.
can give you some information if you all are interested in that.
West is where the guards were,
Do you
Joining
see?
and
My-
there's like some doors that way.
Do you see my ping right there?
Yep.
That's the entryway to the guard post.
Okay.
And that's where there's just one guard?
Yeah, there's this hobgoblin guard who seems to have some, decent quality equipment standing out front. And that team that had mustered, that was over an hour ago that you all saw that. So they've moved on or going patrolling or something, or maybe they went back inside the post. You don't know. They're just not there anymore.
Preferred if the team would catch up.
We can deal with him and escape into the forum. There may be a greater chance for us to get out.
Yes. Escape over all else. Let's get out of this hell.
Any objections?
So, pass the guard then.
Quietly, but yes.
Yes, quietly we will slay him.
I try to be as stealthy as I possibly can with my giant Minotaur hooves.
Clip, clop, clip, clop.
Clip. Clop.
So am I to understand that your whole party is going out into the corridor?
Yep.
Yes?
Yeah, why not?
All right.
Creeping out, hugging the wall, taking advantage of any shadows,
It's pretty well lit. There's not really much
Okay.
in terms of shadows. Here and there might be a bit, and here and there there'll be like a little statue alcove or some protrusion. But by and large, it is designed so that the guards can keep an eye on things. Okay, so you step out into the corridor, those of you, and if you can see here to the west, this guardsman. You see him. He sees you all. Quick thinking. What do?
Well, he sees us, we can't sneak up anymore.
No.
Then charge as fast as we can. Wipe him out before we can set an alarm. Anyone with ranged attacks, hit him.
Excuse me, kind sir.
Oh my god, thank you
Lost.
so much.
I can't find my way.
Guard, please help.
We're lost and hurt.
My friend, he's in such terrible trouble.
Take my strong hand.
Sure. Okay.
Please.
The guard raises a horn to his lips.
Okay.
And he looks quite
Other way.
concerned.
Oh
We
boy.
must act quickly now.
Oh, we
All right.
charge him. We
Quick
charge him.
thinking.
We have
What do
to-
you do
we have
now?
to- We have to charge
there-
him,
is
knock
there
him out,
somewhere-
get past him.
Can we hide in one of these
Doors? Yeah.
doors?
If you all want to break up, I can put individual tokens down onto the map. Otherwise, if you want to stay together, just let me know where you're going, and I'll move the party token somewhere.
I say we stay together, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so the entrance to the forum is how far in which direction again?
East. It's the big area to the east.
Okay. Well, we run that way. That's probably the best place we can lose any pursuit.
Yeah, I guess we have to.
Yeah.
Okay, let's do it.
Okay, so you run in the direction of the forum while there is a this ruckus, this alarm being raised, and this area ahead has a fair amount of ambient sound, as in the sound of commotion and bodies and people hawking goods and the voices and chatter, just the general ambience of a large enclosed area that is sort of the scale of maybe a village or something. You're coming next to a door to your right hand side. Is this of any interest to you? Or
Is
you
there a
proceed
sign on the
straight
door?
ahead to
Does
the
it say
forum?
anything? Is there a sign on the door? Does it say anything? Does it
Exit?
say like office? Like
Or,
Taco
like,
Das?
Treasure
Accounting.
room and fortified nap space.
This way to Taco Das's chambers.
This is Brianka's den.
Says Krilljack.
What's
Bless-
that?
What's a Brianka?
She is a renowned warrior, an orc woman. She has 2 demon arms magically grafted onto her body. She wields 4 blades.
Sounds like she is the life of every party, but I would not like to meet her right now. We move on.
Does she serve Thakodas?
Well, he is the lord of Scornhold. I'll serve him. Within her den, there is
She's sympathetic to him.
usually those that are, want of doing Brianka's bidding, and others who prefer it as their place of leisure.
Ah, I think I understand what you're saying now. But no, I don't think we should stay here. I believe we
Okay.
should continue running. Thank you.
All right, your characters
Maybe next
enter into
time.
the forum, and you can't actually see the entire thing all at once because there's there's structures, stands, hovels, tents, slummy bivouacs, and just all kinds of stuff mounted up and set up. And there are a bunch of voices that filter into your ears of those that are milling about and going about their day-to-day affairs. And the most common tongue that is spoken around these parts is giant, but you will hear other accents and other tongues as well in the mix. And you see like a bugbear stroll by with a couple of orcs, and they're carrying this what do you call it, like a sort of like a pole sledge with some heavy affairs in it. And
Palanquin with like
that
people
might
in it.
that
or-
might be
or no?
overselling it. Let's just say pole
Okay.
sledge. There is some sort of vendor of like pots and stoneware and stuff who is a small, scaly kobold fellow, and he's like yapping at some other kobolds and like pointing and barking orders. And there's this dog that goes by, just looks like a mangy cur, So you can see some chunks of it, but just imagine like being in a marketplace or a slum. There are naturally going to be barriers that obstruct vision. Krilljack lets you know that the shrine is down there. He points. I guess it'd be down this way, southward.
Well, everyone, it seems like we could maybe blend in here, or we head to the shrine. What are your thoughts?
Yes, let's move quickly through here. Unless there's
Yes,
some
we-
shopping you need to be done that needs to be done.
It does not
Probably.
behoove us to delay any time at any place for any amount of time. We are being pursued.
Well,
Or have
let's
you
make
forgotten?
haste.
If you have forgotten, I thought that was my job. I think.
What
He's
is
having a
your
rare day of mental acuity.
What is your party's demeanor as you are moving into the forum here?
I would say pretend to blend in, like we're shopping. Like, huh?
Yeah, but still
All right,
move quickly.
you're all trying to be inconspicuous?
Yeah.
Okay, everyone make a... Well, you can kind of choose. Deception checks and performance checks come to mind immediately.
Well, because he's absurdly good at it, I think Hakeem might just be trying for stealth, just to maybe like blend in the sense of not actually have his face be seen. Like, go kind of keeping part of his cloak or robe up partially and like sticking to shadows of stall awnings. I don't know why there would be awnings when it's indoors, but
Mm-hmm. Okay, so you are going about it slowly and carefully and trying to keep yourself out of plain view.
Yeah.
I think stealth is probably best too for me.
Ooh, nice ambience.
I mean, stealth
Don't forget
is
your disadvantage.
preferred. Oh, nice, yeah. Stealth is preferred for me, but also I'm a large Minotaur, so should I just do deception?
I mean, there's a lot of things here, weird things. There's orcs and stuff. I mean, you could probably blend. You're just a. You're a
That's
feature,
true.
not a-
You are
Not a
definitely not the
problem.
only large-sized creature here, and there are structures made for large-sized creatures. In fact,
Nice.
ogre is probably the most common type of creature in this citadel.
Oh wow.
Wow. Okay, cool. You guys were right. Durothy blends right in.
How do I grab my character sheet if I don't have a token? It's somewhere.
You can just
Okay.
go to actors and then click characters.
Oh, actors. I don't see it. I
And then
see
you click the characters, and then there's like a characters folder.
Here, why don't I go ahead and just put the
These
tokens
characters.
down?
I do see. Very cool. Roll the 9. I also want to ask Jack. Hey, Jack, my legs are real tired. You think you'd be able to carry me?
It should be no trouble.
Oh, thanks, buddy.
All right.
I'll just get a ride.
So,
So I don't know if that's going to affect my stealth or not, but he's just carrying me.
that would seem like you're not exactly hiding, considering that you're piggybacking on.
Yeah, I rolled pretty poorly anyway, so I'll just have him carry me. Whatever. Yeah. Whatever happens. Yeah. At least I'm not stressing.
Okay, let's see.
Or maybe, Emmett,
Okay.
Dorothy is like walking in such a way that you're shielded by her body, and Dorothy's just being like super stealthy.
Okay, so one at a time. What did everybody get? Hakeem,
22.
22, and Dorothy,
21.
21, and Emmett,
9.
9, and Henderson,
3.
3. Okay. So, I also would like to know where you are going.
Towards the shrine?
Towards the shrine? Okay.
Oh, we are going.
Or an obvious exit if there is one.
The shrine probably is the exit closest, right?
That's a
The-
good question. I
Where
don't
we're
know.
trying to
The
get
shrine
to,
does
right?
not
That
lead
is-
to the exterior, no.
Ah,
Let me see. Where might lead to the exterior from here? From the lower dens? I think it would only be the cesspit. I believe there's an access door there.
Well, so to avoid too much meta here, we still are afflicted with this curse that's turning us to stone, right?
Yes.
Okay, so we need to
Yes.
figure out how to cure that in addition to getting out.
Mm-hmm.
ooh, perhaps the shrine.
Preferably so.
The shrine would know.
Yeah, okay, that would make sense then.
All right.
You all
to the shrine.
head in the direction that Krilljack has indicated is toward the shrine.
Perfect.
And Henderson,
I look up at it.
you
I say thank you, Killjack.
you are trying to keep yourself unseen as best you can. But there is an awful pain from the wound that you have suffered. And you bump into somebody. And you turn and you see there is this man. He has a humanoid-like upper body and these big, like, fangs protruding from his mouth, and his lower body is a scorpion, complete with a large scorpion stinger. And he's got, like, this belt and, like, a crossbow and some spears. He looks like some kind of warrior thing. And he just glares at you.
Yes, I see what you're saying, but we do. I must be going. I can't. I'm not interested right now. That's really okay. I've had enough of that. It's okay. We have to go. I'm with my friends, or companions. I don't know if we're friends yet. We have to get. out
You
of here.
mumble and make your sort of apology, and the scorpion man essentially just glares at you, but otherwise does not seem to want to escalate things. And you all go into an area of a different sort. There's like a connecting smaller corridor. This door to the west, that's going to be leading to Bryanka's den. To the east, Krilljack says,
I am not familiar. I believe it is a section that has come into ruin.
The kind of ruin where one could get lost.
Well, I cannot speak to it, for I have not personally gone that way.
That could be where we should get in pursuit.
so apparently there's to the east, there's some other section that's in a ruined state. You come down a small set of stairs, and then there's this draping, curtain-like doorway or partition that then leads into the shrine area. What can I tell you?
That's quite some background noise for a shrine.
The shrine has a sort of a rectangular shape to it, though a rounded wall at the far end, a high ceiling. There, at the far end of the shrine, is a statue, a rather big statue, about 10 feet tall. And the statue is of an aggressive-looking giant with 6 arms that end in clawed hands, and his head is like that of a lion, and he has these long fangs bared, and his mane is flames. There is a ritual taking place here with some 24 participants. The priest looks to be an ogre, and he is going through the various phrasings and orisons, and it looks like on the altar they have already slaughtered some animals in ritual sacrifice.
Look at that. They're just letting all the blood go away.
Yes. What a
What a
waste.
There are many sacrifices of beasts on this day of celebrations.
So it's best if you didn't. Oh.
He says, before he can say look, I assume Durathi has already seen this, but he says perhaps it's best if you didn't look, but then
Oh.
Durathi, as you look over, you realize Durathi's just like fuming, like there's fire in her eyes. She says, "Murderers."
Everybody's got to eat, don't they? Like, you're right. These are being sacrificed, just thrown away. All the blood dripping down.
There's perfectly good grass to eat.
The flesh is shared between mortal and God.
Would animals' blood heal us?
yeah, it should, right?
Whenever you deal your necrotic damage from your bite to a living creature that has blood,
Oh, living.
you gain hit points due to the necrotic damage that you deal.
This spilled blood would not be good.
That's true. Yeah, anything that's like its heart has stopped beating that doesn't kill you.
Well, there's no point in crying over spilled blood.
Do we know what language that is?
You see the fervor of the ritual pitch up. None seem to be paying much attention to you, as everyone, priests included, are all facing the direction of the altar and that great stone statue of the 6-armed monstrous giant thing.
Do we know what language they're chanting in?
Giant.
Oh, okay.
Anybody speak that?
I don't believe so. I know
You all are actually quite outsiders here. Maybe Durathi isn't. But in this region of the world, something like a human or a dwarf, you're a foreigner, an outsider, an outlander. There are minotaurs native to this realm, though.
I am nobility where I come from. No, I do not remember where that is. I'm working on it.
It is okay, little calf. And Durathi ruffles Hakim's hair.
Is there
A what?
Calf? Baby. You are
No.
like a little baby.
No,
Grumpy
it is
little
my
baby.
feet that are sore. My calves are fine.
Okay, little one.
Is that like ruffling his hair under the large sort of turban hat?
Oh yeah, he's wearing a hat.
ensemble?
Oh, okay. She's just patting the top of his turban then.
He readjusts it, and like more little cobwebs fall out, and probably blood. Oh, actually, it might be dry by now. He might be like all brown and crusty at this point.
Oh, it's totally dried by now. Yeah. We haven't
Everyone
eaten-
make a perception check. Don't forget your disadvantage.
Oh no.
Oh right, we're all exhausted.
Hey now, look at that.
Ooh,
21.
17.
14.
Emmett and
I got a
Dorothy
rock.
have succeeded. So you're just inside this curtain-like partition in the shrine. You're basically like the back area of the shrine. But you can hear a sound of armored boots not too far off. It sounds like they are getting close to that intersection just to the north of where you are. Someone's coming. Multiple
Jack.
armor.
Jack,
You hear
real
that,
quick.
like the familiar clink of scale armor.
Jack, they're coming for us. We gotta keep moving.
The alarm was
who can
sounded.
help us?
You are being sought out.
Yes, but who can help us with our issue of turning into statues? Is there a priest here that can heal us?
Well, this is the priest there.
He points up to the ogre priest at the lead, who is actually calling up an ogre who's bringing this goat. This like goat bound by its legs, hauling it up towards the altar.
Priest Earthef. I cannot say of his abilities. I am but a humble crypt keeper.
You're doing great, bud. You're doing great. And you just stay by my side, okay? Actually, he's carrying me right now, so you carry me up there to him, please.
But we cannot interrupt the rites.
But the rats.
The
Rats.
goat is hauled and placed upon a section of the altar, and the priest takes in hand this long dagger.
Hmm. Do we want to interrupt the rites? I don't know. I'm not worried about the goat. I mean, I could care less about the goat, but do we want to? Because we have people coming. Do we want to like rush in there and try to talk our way out of this, or get him to heal us, take away the stone shape?
how are we gonna convince them to do that?
I'm pretty.
Just charming. Huh.
Well, Dorothy is very agitated by the scene unfolding in front of us. She doesn't want
Right.
to see.
I feel like she's the one we should be asking about what we're gonna do about the goat, or before the
That's
goat
true.
is knifed.
That's true. If I can.
The
can
goat
get
is slaughtered. He is bled and bleats until the life leaves his body and weakness overtakes him.
What
The
a
sound
waste
of
a good
the
goat.
guardsmen approaching is quite near.
Okay, I think. Can I try to get the priest on our side, and maybe like all these ogres will listen to him and help us?
You have one chance. Don't waste it.
All right,
What is
Jack,
Emmett-
hurry!
what is Emmett
Bring
doing?
us- I'm screaming at Jack. Jack, hustle! Let's go.
You are imploring Jack to like walk up into the middle
I
of
want to
the
carry me
religious
like Simba
ceremony.
up. Yeah, carry me like Simba up to the altar.
So, being that he is your thrall, he is quite obedient to you. Though you can feel like the heat of embarrassment and humiliation as he is moving up amidst the various celebrants here. Most of them are ogres. There's about a dozen of them.
Say,
What about
"Oh,
what about you
hail."
others?
I whisper to Jack, what was his name again? The older priest.
Eartheth.
Eartheth. I say, Eartheth, my name, and I hate to interrupt this beautiful ceremony, all that delicious blood, I mean, all that righteous blood being spilt, but
Everyone looks at you like all the ogres in the midst of their celebrations and their honoring of this brutal looking god. They all just look at you, and there's this thick awkwardness, and the priest, like he just scowls and then turns back and continues with his next prayer, just ignoring you.
but you have to understand something. You've got people coming to interrupt the service. You gotta listen to me. I'd like to use my charming gaze on him.
The partition curtain is drawn aside just as you're doing this, and coming really right next to Durathi and Hakim and Henderson is this patrol, and there are these two armored guards in front, hobgoblins with heavy crossbows. They've got them out. There's an ogre who's got some pretty nice looking equipment, including this big great club, and another hobgoblin in back who seems to more prefer a long sword. And the ogre just immediately grunts something and like points at you all, and they all go onto a defensive position. They might, like, startled, just like shuffle back one step and start like aiming up crossbows.
You see, I told you they were here to stop your ceremony to your six-armed god.
The ogre shouts in the general direction of Hakim and Durathi.
Down, you weapons!
I meant the hobgoblins.
Just pause on Emmett. We're gonna like get. We'll cut back and forth because these things are kind of happening simultaneously.
Yeah.
I guess my gaze was like fixated on this poor bleeding goat, and like there was fire in my veins. So when I turn around to face the ogres, they see just like a face full of rage as like the very first impression.
Down, you weapon! Now!
How dare you interrupt this religious ceremony? We're here to praise their six-armed god, and you come in here with weapons trying to stop such a thing?
They shuffle back a step. The crossbow bolts trained upon you from the front two hobgoblins. The ogre has its heavy great club in hand, and the hobgoblin in back has this like almost falchion-looking long sword. What do you three do? The ogre has commanded twice now to throw down your weapons.
Okay.
Hakim kind of actually raises his hands to show that he has no weapons, bearing no mind to the fact that his clawed hands are some of his weapons, and he doesn't make a show of his fangs, and sort of says,
I am unarmed.
One of the hobgoblin crossbowmen seems pretty glad about that.
You! Horn one! Put up your hands too!
I put my great axe in its sheath, I guess, and I hold up my hooved hands. I'm still like
Your hooves are your hands.
Oh, I guess hands, right? They're not
Heads.
hooves anymore. My hands. Maybe I have like super intense nails or something. But yeah, I hold up my hands. And I still have fire in my eyes, but I say, we mean no harm.
What does Henderson do?
Henderson, he had a spear, so he'll drop the spear. Still has that axe thing though, but it's somewhere on him, but he has
Okay.
his hands up too.
All right. Now, while this is happening, there's this tense standoff at the entryway. Emmett has insisted that Krilljack take him right up by the altar to where the the ogre priest rather is leading this brutal ritual, and you interrupt his kind of his grim liturgy that he's going through, and he looks infuriated, and he turns, and this robe that he's wearing kind of like swishes as he does so. He's got this holy symbol strung up on bronze about his neck that looks like a flame with like claws radiating out of it, and he looks at first he looks at Krilljack and says,
Krilljack, kanta mata snimgon bes, ines tirfurtanje molek.
and then he looks at you, Emmett.
Henta molek, jigan molek.
I will Egon Malek, yes.
He wants your hentai.
What's he saying, Jack?
Krilljack is just like cringing, and you can feel him like trembling. And there are these other ogres. They're just glaring at you. There's
Well,
just
what's he saying,
like a line of them. They don't have like benches or anything. They just stay standing.
Jack, what's he saying?
He says, speak, boy.
I will say, we need your help. They're here to take us.
Patna kona na lingana.
Does he not speak common?
He has not favorable words of the Bazagonian tongue.
While this is happening, Hakeem is just gonna sort of like think on his feet and like start moving his hands rhythmically and chanting along with
The chanting has certainly ceased, as there is a complete interruption and
Well, then he starts
very
back up again.
very
Low level.
awkward exchange happening up near the
He'll-
altar.
he'll
Just
just
slow clap, guy. Just start
start-
the slow clap.
exactly. Yeah.
Okay, so Krilljack is not the best of interpreters here, and he's like looks like he's like, mortified to the point where he just wants to go crawl into a hole and die.
He'd rather be dead.
But what is Emmett actually doing as you're in the midst
wanna
of like a dozen ogres who are glaring at you?
I want to look right into that ogre's eyes, and I want to charm him.
To the priest?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think if we get the priest
Charming
to be
gaze.
like-
All right.
Yeah.
18.
Oh, man, he beats it.
And he points at you and he calls something, and the ogres just descend all upon you. Quick thinking, what would you do in this moment?
Jack, run! Save
Okay,
me!
so you try to slip away, is that right?
I want him to run.
Do you want him to run? Okay.
Because he's carrying me, so if he runs, maybe
Okay.
he'll take the first hit for me,
He looks one way and then the other, and he hesitates, and he just has this like basically an incompetent and ineffective start, and the ogres seize upon Krilljack, and they are attempting to seize upon you. Do you resist it? Do you do?
Yes, I'll try to flee.
Or so you try to slip free. Make a dexterity acrobatics.
Yes. Oh God.
All right, so Krilljack and Emmett are seized upon by ogre, members of this cult that's taking place here.
No.
Meanwhile, there's this tense standoff back at the entrance. You all have your hands in the air. Okay, so while your hands are up, the ogre first looks at Durathi and he says,
Down, you weapon!
Yeah, it is away.
"You drop
Here
your
are my hands.
great axe to the ground."
I put it in like my sheath before.
Down, you weapon! No!
Oh, you gotta get rid of it.
Oh, like completely to.
One of the hobgoblins
Grumbling.
says, "Throw that axe to the ground, Minotaur."
How close is this hobgoblin?
Can't you see them?
Oh,
You should be able to see all the tokens.
sorry. Okay, yeah, so I was just zoomed in on the wrong part. All right, cool. Foundry is being weird, but not that way. Yes, okay. So he's... I see.
No move!
Okay. I will. I guess I'll take my great axe and I will lower it to the ground. And as I'm in that like lowering it to the ground position, I'm gonna move slowly and stay down there. And I'm gonna prepare myself. If they come at us aggressively, I'm gonna get ready to gore them.
When she gets to roughly his head level, Hakim is going to say,
Yeah, you take the left, I take the right.
A grunt in acknowledgement.
and he raises his hands again, makes a show of saying, "What?
Once more, I am unarmed.
Dorothy has set her great axe to the ground.
Let's see those hands again. Nice and high.
I keep my head bowed and my hands high.
Then the ogre to Henderson.
You! Down, you weapon!
I've placed my spear on the ground.
Down now, weapon!
The hobgoblin says,
That axe. Get rid of it.
Oh, this isn't just a woodcutter's axe. But alright, I guess if you think it's a weapon, whatever. Idiot. And he'll take the axe and he'll drop it right near the spear.
all right.
Clang, cuddy, clang, clang.
Turn! Turn, you!
And the ogre, he kind of grunts out some things but he doesn't seem to be like putting the words together right. Then one of the hobgoblins says,
Look the other way! You three, turn!
I am afraid that I do not understand you. I am old and hard of hearing. You must come closer and tell that to my good ear. I am sorry.
Ah, shit on that. We say turn! You three, turn around!
I do a
What?
360.
What was that?
Turn around, and I come back around.
Around.
What was that?
Face toward the statue!
I take a small step back.
Face forward. At you? What? What means that?
There's a lot of statues in here.
This is not good.
I
they
take another
insist
small
that you
step
all
statue
back.
are
face
you-
toward the
which-
statues.
There's a lot of statues. Which one?
I still cannot hear you.
Can you come over here and show me which one you mean? You're gonna have to come and show me.
The ogre says something and commands the hobgoblin swordsman, who comes up here, crouches down, and grabs the haft of Dorothy's large great axe
"All right, he'll do."
to presumably bring it to the ogre guardsmen there.
Yeah, when he does that, Hakim whispers in his ear,
I am unarmed, but I do have arms.
and goes in for the classic big vampy bite.
Okay.
15 crossbow bolts.
Let's slow things down into initiative order here. I will need to put some other tokens down here close to Emmett. Let's see, how well prepared am I with that? Well, this is not ideal. Definitely not ideal. But I'll just do what I can. Sure. We'll do that. I can't imagine that every single ogre in here is of the gumption to be getting physical. Okay. Do I have everyone into a combat state now? Yeah, how about that? Okay, roll. Go ahead and roll initiatives with a disadvantage. You all.
I actually did roll, and I rolled pretty good. 18 with
That is
disadvantage.
That is
The amount of
quite
dice
good.
that just fell through.
Oh, right. Yeah, this is still a disadvantage.
Ah, double tens.
Could be worse.
Yeah, could be worse.
Oh! Yeah, it could be worse. It could be that.
Ooh. Oh no. That's very bad.
Yeah, I could have only rolled one possible worse result.
No, I don't think you could.
I mean, it would be numerically the same, but I could have gotten 2 1s instead of a 2 and a 1.
Okay.
Well, at least you beat that one ogre that rolled you beat a couple ogres. And some
I heard
hobgoblins.
ogres are like onions.
They
Yeah, a lot of
fry up real nice in some butter.
a lot of them actually rolled less than 5. It's surprising how many of them rolled less than 5. to
Yeah,
be perfectly
ideally
honest.
I would put this, like, these 5 ogres together in a group, but I'm not yet aware of how to do that on Foundry, so, you know, whatever. We'll just have to make do. Okay, well, it looks like we begin with...
How did we get into this predicament? This is worse than last time we were.
out of the frying pan into the fire? Okay, so these ogres are they're grappling Emmett and Krilljack. Emmett, what do you do?
Easy now. I'm a small, frail boy. Poor Krill.
You have 3 ogres grabbing you, and
Yeah, I
they
don't-
look very upset.
Like, are they gonna
you have
pummel me or
offended
something, or are they gonna?
you have offended their
Right.
religious rights.
Yeah. I definitely messed up. I agree. I was going for a Hail Mary, but funny enough, that's religious. But if
Right.
Wrong religion, but okay.
wrong religion. If do I get the sense that they're going to harm me? Like they're going to beat me right now?
They do not look like they are wanting to eat you right now. It looks like they're wanting to detain you.
Detain me. Okay, then I think I might be okay with being detained by these ogres. I looked at my group. Did you all drop your weapons? I can't remember if everybody dropped them.
I
Yes.
dropped my
Well,
weapons into that hobgoblin, and I plan to detain his blood internally.
Dorothy's axe is on the ground in between her and this hobgoblin. And the hobgoblin has laid his hands upon it, but he hasn't, pulled it out of her reach yet. And
there's no
Henderson put
exit,
his spear
right?
and
This
his
is-
great axe on the ground, but they're just, right by his feet.
And this is a dead end?
The end of the shrine, yes,
Oh, God.
as best you can tell.
All right.
Okay, so Emmett, you're just kind of waiting there. Let's say you're, just taking dodge.
Yeah, I would if I can. If I'm allowed to take the dodge, I'll dodge and just hope for the best.
Okay.
For right now, I got to see where my friends do.
This hobgoblin takes aim at Hakim, the crossbowman. Yep. And
I say this as I'm about to get pincushioned, but I feel way better about this encounter than the other one because these things at least have blood.
That's one way of looking at it. It's a 14 to hit.
Nah, fool.
That's not gonna do it. Oh my goodness. Okay.
What do you get? An Imperial Stormtrooper marksmanship class?
Proceeds to start, like reloading his heavy crossbow. Henderson.
Yes. My turn?
Yeah.
I get to go?
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'm going to pick up my axe that I dropped. And I'm going to move towards this guy as swiftly as I can. Oh, that's where they are. I see them now. And I will swing at him with my axe with 2 attacks.
Are you using your skirmisher feature to gain advantage? If you're at least 15 feet away from where you started your turn, you can spend a bonus action to gain advantage on your next weapon attack this turn.
I think I will use that. I will. Just to get the
2
advantage.
attacks,
on
first
this
one with
first
advantage.
attack. Vanguard, battle axe, attack, advantage. It's a 19 to hit.
You have struck the, we'll call him a hobgoblin swordsman. He's wearing scale mail and has a gently curving longsword in hand.
The normal attack damage. Oh, of course I have to roll the worst damage I could. And then another attack. Normal. That'll hit. For that time, another 13 damage on the second hit.
13 damage?
Yep.
Okay. That's a pretty good hit, I would say. He recoils from that visibly. The ogre guardsman who seems to be leading this team is, well, he's making quite a reaction.
Yeah, that's it.
Did you do your other attack?
Yes.
Extra attack?
The first attack. The first one was it was a 19 to hit with 5 damage. The next one was a 25 to hit with 13 damage.
Oh, okay.
So the
I
total would
didn't
be
hear that first
18.
one. So he also had 5 damage. Okay.
Yes. So
You seem to have wounded this hobgoblin swordsman a good amount. And we proceed to... that seems to be one of the ogres grappling. Krilljack is... I don't know what he's doing. Just like hoping he's not going to be executed or something. He cringes quite a bit. We'll say it's a dodge action. Dorothi.
Okay. I am going to back up. Wait, what's the distance between me and this fella? Okay.
5 feet.
So I'm gonna back up 5 feet, and then I'm going to charge this hobgoblin who's laying his filthy little goblin hands on my great axe. So do me one of these.
Dorothi gets a little bit of more room and then charges in there.
That's right. Yeah. Do we have disadvantage on?
Only on ability checks, not attacks.
Cool. Okay. Oh. So this is a 15 to hit the hobgoblin with a charge.
It's only 15?
Oh wait, maybe that should have been plus.
Your strength is +4,
Oh yes, and then
and your proficiency is +3, so
proficiency
you
is
should have
plus another
+7 on your
3.
core
So
attack.
yeah, okay, so 18 then to hit.
Well, an 18 is certainly enough.
Yeah, and then I forget. I think you also need to do some sort of check to see if you get knocked prone.
Why don't you roll your damage first?
Oh.
I'm suspecting he's just going to get knocked prone regardless due to your gore skewering him to death.
Yeah, that could do it. Okay, wait, is that the same?
Hakeem thought he was going to get some healing out of this, but nope.
Oh,
He's
sorry,
like,
buddy.
I was going to eat that guy.
Oh, okay, right. So charge is 2d8 on top of the gore damage. Right, okay, apologies. Reminding myself of how this works. Okay, so 25 damage if we add gore and then also the charge? Did I do that right?
What happens to this hobgoblin as you mightily skewer him?
Well, since I've like taken a running start, I'm gonna say that I smash my skull into his tiny little form and I send it flying back into his comrades. And he's like starting to get disemboweled, so his guts go splattering. And I say, hands off! And I pick up my great axe and I snort.
All right. Will you make a pretty bloody display out of that hobgoblin? He is well defeated.
And then can I also pick up my great axe within the same turn, or is it too much?
Yep. All right, you have your great axe in hand. Hakim.
All right. Well, having that just disappear out from under him, he's gonna try a maybe ill-advised, but I think very strigoi and vampire thing to do, which is that he's gonna run straight forward and jump up and attempt to put a pointed toe boot print into the head of that hobgoblin as he pounces on the ogre. Is
Tell me a
that
little bit more about
feasible?
what you're doing to the hobgoblin.
Using him as a springboard to jump up onto the ogre to land at neck height and latch my claws and then fangs into it.
Bold, ambitious. Well, the hobgoblin doesn't
Could go
want you
wrong.
to do that.
Oh, I know.
Make an athletics check.
Alrighty. Oh, right, at disadvantage. But with +8. So, as long as I don't roll like that, alright. 11.
He stops you mightily.
I guess you'll do.
Then, did that use my action to do that regardless?
We'll say that's used up your speed.
Okay, then I sink my fangs into him instead. So,
Come on.
the initial bite attack. Wow. Okay.
He smacks your fangs away with the butt of his crossbow.
All right. Well, then I have my claws I can still attack with, which crit, on the other hand. So there's that.
Finally, man. Finally getting a break.
Indeed. And wait, let's see. I can. Yep, I just hit with a natural weapon, so I'm going to grapple it in addition to doing that damage. And I can't choose to latch on because that wasn't a bite, but I can still grapple him.
How much is your critical damage?
I actually rolled it along with that. It does 12. Oh, wait, no, sorry. It does 12 plus another d8. It does actually 20.
All right.
Wow,
Your
okay.
claws rip into the hobgoblin crossbowman. And yeah, you draw quite a bit of blood off of that. That seems to be a significant wound. And the ogre guard.
I lick the blood from the finger claws on my one hand while my other is tightly closed around his neck like Darth Vader, but physically instead of the Force.
The ogre guard is going to take his turn now. He looks furious. He hefts a mighty studded great club in two hands and brings it down, trying to crush your skull. It is a 24 to hit.
Oh, it does hit.
And he's going to use a feature A savage strike. Okay. Let me see what he's doing here. Okay. Wallops you for 26 bludgeoning.
Okay.
And make a strength saving throw.
Strength save. Hey, there we go. That's where the good rolls are. I struck a vein.
Nice. The force of the blow could have been enough to send you just flying back like a rag doll, but you hold your ground.
Oh, it actually might have been good to get some distance. Oh well.
This hobgoblin here, the one that you have struck, apparently it is not fond of getting killed, and he's going to disengage and reposition.
He's gonna break the grapple first.
Oh. He, in that case, will try to break the grapple. He's got
That's
an
opposed,
11
I assume?
on athletics.
Disadvantage, but +8. So, all right. Well, equal. Who wins ties? I forget.
The state just stays the same. So he
Okay.
struggles and just doesn't quite break free of your grip. Emmett, there's quite a fierce struggle breaking loose
Yeah,
at the entrance of the shrine.
I know. So I've got an idea. Did my captors do anything to me, or do they stand firm? They're just
They are exchanging a few words back and forth amongst each others, and they make some pretty forceful comments at you, but otherwise they're just holding you.
Okay. I'm thinking beside the priest, obviously. Now in hindsight, he probably has a pretty good, willpower. What about the other lackeys here? Any of them look at a glance particularly normal, like an ogre, typical ogre?
I would say that the tokens I put on the board, they seem like ogres that could be combatants of it, like a
More of a
baseline
typical
ogre
ogre.
sense. The
Yeah.
ones I haven't placed
gonna-
on there, we can just imagine that they've not gotten involved in this due to
Yeah.
whatever various personal reasons.
So whichever
Maybe
ogre really
they're
like,
not
has
really
the-
up to snuff on
right.
the
Yeah,
violence.
Whichever ogre I think has me more like firmly in its grasp, like the one that could maybe be like, I've got him, don't worry, he's not resisting. I'm gonna look at that one, and I'm gonna try to use my charming gaze on that one, see if I can get it to pull me away from the group. Be like,
Are you able
I'll
to
go
use it on a
willingly.
giant?
I promise you, I won't move.
I don't think you're able to use it on a giant though.
Oh, he's not a humanoid.
Yeah.
Oh.
That's the difference between 3.5 and this. I always forget that.
They were
too.
giant in 3.5.
Giants were a type of humanoids, though, weren't they?
I don't know.
Oh.
Giant.
But
It was his creature
Either
type. D10 hit die.
it would not have worked on the priest then either, right?
Correct.
Because he's an ogre.
Yep.
So would I have maybe realized that? Would I be able to do something different?
Oh my gosh. Yeah, I totally forgot about that.
Yeah, that's okay. It failed either way. He was so.
So let's say you didn't expend a usage of your charming gaze, but maybe you tried like a persuasion or something, and it just didn't turn out like.
Yeah,
you
well, I'm
wanted.
happy to expend the one to learn that, like the first time, right? Happy to expend the one to learn it, and then now this time, knowing that that's not going to work, I'm going to have to use my the old Southern charm. Look, Emmett Grady III wasn't charming only when he became a vampire, so I'm going to use a good old persuasion deck here. Actually, no, I'm going to lie to him. I'm going to say, I'll go with you willingly. I won't escape. And once he gets me away, I want to eventually try to break free. I can't break free probably from all these. I'll say, I'll go with you willingly. Just Just don't harm me. And I still
He actually says that to Krilljack, and Krilljack says, seems to be like translating what you just said.
But I give him old puppy eyes. I'll do persuasion or deception, whatever you think is appropriate here.
Krilljack interprets the response of the priest.
He says if Thakodas decides you live or die, you will live or die.
Absolutely. Thakodas, praise him. Well, take me there now. What should I make?
They seem to have you at quite a disadvantage, and
I know.
You
take me there now. I deserve every bit of punishment.
Let's just say they handle Emmett rather roughly, and they want you to stop with the lip. They want you to stop with your silver tongue.
Dang it! All right. That's the end of my
They are
turn?
ogres, after all.
Yeah. I know. They're
not exactly known for civil discourse.
Okay. Well, if I can't do anything else, that's fine. I'm good.
They roughly handle you, and they don't like Emmett, his little way of talking. I personally think it's hilarious, but the ogres don't like it.
Yeah. All right. Next turn, I have to try to.
All right. So that didn't seem to be a very good idea, trying to sweet talk him or whatever. They basically are trying to figure out like what is even going on. There's also this violence erupting on the other side of the room that is starting to draw some attention. Now this one here, the other crossbowman, he's not grappled. What does he want to do? He wants to not be there. He wants to get some space back. Hakim, yes, it's right there. All right, he'll disengage and he'll move back there. All right, that works. Henderson, what have you? Henderson?
Yes.
What do you reckon?
Sorry. Oh, it's my turn.
It is your turn indeed.
Wrecking.
Oh.
What are you wrecking right now?
What am I wrecking? Let's see if I go through here. Okay, I can see Hakim, and Hakim is dealing with Hobgoblin and Hobgoblin. I guess I'll move up.
The Hobgoblin and maybe the Ogre, too, depending on how next turn goes.
Okay. This is Ogre Guard. This is Hobgoblin 5, and that's Ogre Guard.
Yes. The Hobgoblin right there is one of the crossbowmen,
This is a
and Hakim is grappling him. The Ogre Guard is apparently quite strong, and he's wielding a iron-studded great club and is decked out in some kind of like suit of guard armor.
I will attack the Ogre Guard. Yeah, we'll do that. Okay, I'm gonna grave. Yeah, I can grave retribution still. Right, that doesn't go away.
That's essentially at will.
Yeah, so I will grave retribution on the Ogre Guard,
Okay.
the big one, and I will swing an attack at him. That is a 19 to hit.
Yes, you hit.
Okay. Damage. Normal is 15 plus an extra 3. So 18 on that first attack.
Yeah, he felt that.
And then we'll do the same thing. Well, we'll do a similar thing with the second attack. We'll attack. Normal roll. The 14 hit? Probably not.
The scale mail blocks that.
Okay. And that is the end of Henderson's turn.
You're doing great, everybody.
Durathi.
Where'd Emmett go?
It's a good thing I've got the potion.
Yes, so responsible, so helpful. Okay, Durathi is going to see, let's see, the ogre guard looks the most menacing, and she thinks to herself, the bigger they are, the harder they fall. And so she once again takes a few steps back, and then she will come in, so at least 10 feet, and she's going to charge the big ogre guard. Assuming I can do that with like Henderson and Hakeem right there, it's fine. I'll just like sidestep.
Just try not to squish them.
I will
Well, you're
try
tall
my-
enough. You're
Try not
tall
to
enough. You
trample
can
them
bring
in
your
your
head
stampede.
not all the way down, right?
Yeah, okay, fair. I will. It will be a ginger charge, gingerly. Yes. Okay, so I come in. I charge the big boy. And one of these. Oh wait, no, I have to first attack. Okay.
That'll
I
do it.
believe a 23 will hit.
Yeah, that'll definitely do it.
Sweet. Alright, so give me one of these gores and then charge damage as well. And then, yeah, gore is also +3, so that's 19 plus 9 for the charge, which is 28 damage total to that guy. Yeah.
He lets out a grunt as your Minotaur horns stab him painfully. His strength check to not get knocked about was like a 19 strength save.
Oh, then he passes, yeah.
That'll probably do it. Well, that was a pretty substantial amount of damage.
Nice work.
Thank you. Yeah.
So these ogres, they've kind of gotten themselves oriented after all of the confusing mess that just happened up here with Emmett piggybacking on Krilljack. And they are also now aware of this struggle that's erupting on the other end of the shrine. So,
Attack him.
it's going this way.
Go get those hobgoblins and the other ogre.
This ogre goes running across the shrine. It looks like he's trying to, you know, in a brutish, infuriated attempt, rush in there to aid the guardsmen of Scornhold. That was a
Oh, to
dash.
aid the guardsmen.
Hakeem.
That's not what I wanted.
Okay. Well, still grappling that guy. He's how is that hobgoblin looking? Is he very shaky on his feet or still well alive?
You dealt a serious blow. He is quite wounded.
Okay. He might. There's nothing that says he can't use his claws while grappling, right? So he's gonna make his claw attack first, see if he can finish him off that way. But as part of the same thing, that's, wow, only 5 damage. 21 to hit, 5 damage.
You sink your claws, dig your claws into the arm of the crossbowman, and he howls a wild howl, and is, the blood's like dripping, running down your hand. He looks very shaky and near collapse.
Well, okay. Now I'm still gonna make my bite so I can start draining blood and healing here, because I need to do that. Which is gonna be a not natural 20 to hit. For 9 piercing and 5 necrotic.
You have overwhelmed the hobgoblin crossbowman, and he expires.
All right.
That will
An
heal
action
you.
surge would have been nice now, but I'm going to.
That will heal you 5 hit points.
Yep.
Nice.
Well, shit. Okay, actually, Yeah, I really wish I could have ended up grappling the ogre now, but because I'm out of. I'm actually just for a moment gonna stand, kind of taking slight cover if I can behind Durathi. Then on my next turn, I'm gonna try and attack the ogre, because if I can't grapple it now, I can't damage transfer it. If it hits me. I was really dumb last turn. I should have used my damage transfer when it hit me, because I was grappling that other hobgoblin.
Yeah.
Could have killed the hobgoblin and then
Yeah.
moved on to the ogre this turn.
Yes, that would have been really cool.
This is what you learn playing a new class after you haven't in a couple of weeks. So yeah, I'm gonna temporarily slightly hide behind Durathi, and then yeah.
All right, another ogre goes charging that way, trying to render aid to the allies in the fray here. It shouts some kind of shout, whatever the heck that meant, and the ogre guard. Well, he just got walloped big time by both Durathi and Henderson. He's bleeding, but he is also enraged. He has 2 allies coming. Yeah, that must bolster his resolve, his morale. He will swing his great club now at the Minotaur, who has dealt such a grievous blow to him. Oh my. Oh my. Durathi, it is critical hit. A critical hit savage strike at that. Oh gosh. This is a lot of damage. This is a lot of damage.
This feels familiar.
Yeah. Ooh, 43.
Well, I had 45, so.
Whoa!
Okay, all right.
All right.
Durathi is
coming.
still on her feet. On her
Potion's
hooves, maybe
coming.
we should say.
Yeah, I'm staggering, but somehow I'm still on my feet.
You're seeing stars. Make a strength saving throw, Durathi.
Okay. Let's see. Saving throw. Any advantage, disadvantage? Well,
The exhaustion is just on ability checks. On
right.
skills.
Sorry. Yes, I asked that already. My bad. A 23 for a strength save.
All right. You are not knocked back by the mighty bludgeoning that you just received.
Nice. I shake it off. Rude.
All right. We've got ogres incoming. Let's say 2 are holding Emmett restrained and 1 Krilljack. Emmett, do you have anything that you would do in this moment, this dire moment?
It really is.
The ogre, this like ogre number 1, that's the priest, that Earth Theft guy. He and this ogre are like firmly grasping you, and this one is laying hold upon Krilljack.
Yeah, I think the only thing I can effectively do is just fight at this point. I think I'm just going to try to claw them, get some hit points back, and maybe they'll... I can at least keep these 2 ogres here. Although, honestly, how many guys... I can't see, actually... Maybe I'm not supposed to be seeing, but in the hallway here, how many more enemies are there of the hobgoblins?
Are you not able to see them? Okay,
No,
so
it kind of blocks sight
okay.
here.
Yeah, well, the thing is that there was this like curtain, this partition thing.
Oh, okay.
But you know what? We might actually just discard that now that it's probably been all like made ragged and torn away from the fighting.
Certainly.
How about that?
So can I see how many
Now are you
enemies
able
are
to
still
see?
alive of the hobgoblins?
There. Nope, you still can't see. Why are you not seeing that? Hold on, let me figure this out. I guess I've done something wrong. Okay, there. Now you should be able to see it.
Yes, I do. So I see. Are those dead creatures of the skulls?
Yeah, two hobgoblins have been defeated.
So there's one ogre on the other side, and then if we killed that ogre, in theory, they could get away.
Yeah, the ogre guard is he's pretty hurt, but he's not backing down.
Right.
And then
Okay. Well, then I'm
there's
going
another
to try to escape.
hobgoblin with a crossbowman that repositioned back out into the corridor.
I think I'm going to try and escape and try to get out of this hold here.
You've got 2 of them holding on you, so you could try to get out of one. Does that worry you?
I'm stuck. Most of my powers don't work on them, and I think I just have to try to get out because I'm not going to be useful here. I got to get the potion to them, and I don't think I'm going to chew through enough hit points. We're going to try to use acrobatics here. Not great. 12? No, 10.
10?
10.
7.
Okay.
You slip
so I
free from which one? The priest or the standard?
Yeah,
ogre?
I'll get out of the other one, the priest. Yeah, he's really angry with me.
Okay, so you slip free of the grasp of the priest, and he's not happy about that. You saw the other one grabbing you. Do you have anything else maybe you'd say to Krilljack? Anything that you think
Yeah, I would tell Krilljack
would be helpful for you?
Yeah, Krilljack, tell him that we'll listen to whatever he says. In fact, I would even convert to his religion, but please call off his guards, and we will forever be in his service and his debt.
All right, so Krilljack tries to process that, and well, when we get to his turn, then we'll see what he can do.
I just don't want to wear any fancy robes or anything like that. It's too much for me. No, you know what? Scratch that. I'll wear them. Tell him that.
This hobgoblin here comes out just a tick from the corner. Actually, he doesn't really move. He just kind of leans out. I don't think he's actually gonna be moving at all this turn. He's just gonna take a careful aim as a bonus action. Carefully aim at that Minotaur. And takes his shot.
Ugh.
Ugh. 21 to hit.
Yeah, that hits. It's time for some beef tartare.
Oh, rolled low. 7 piercing.
Yeah, and I only had 2 HP.
It's
so
true.
that-
Yeah, you just got that nasty critical hit, Savage Strike.
Yes.
Dorothy, once again, slumps the cold, hard floor. Now
Dorothy's
doubly
fine.
wounded. 2 levels of
Of course.
exhaustion.
Trying to not fall on Henderson or Hakeem, I fall like this.
Brain damage.
Yeah.
Henderson.
Okay.
Save us.
Yeah, sure. Let me use my potion and help Oh, wait.
It's
guess.
coming. I've got it. I'm almost
And-
there. I'm almost free.
You're almost there. We'll get you your potion, Dorothy, I'm sure. Any minute now.
I mutter something in my sleep and I just like toss.
So I guess I'm just gonna swing the axe at the same person I was before, the
Kill that ogre. The
ogre. Oh, I forgot to add a D8 last time.
oh.
It's okay. I'll remember this time. Standard roll. Attack. Normal. That's gonna miss. That's a 10. Let's swing a second time. Oh wait, no, that's not what
That's
I
a
wanted.
D12.
That's the wrong thing. Attack. Normal. That's also gonna miss. That's a 13.
Oh my. The scale mail repels your axe blade.
Your axe. Your scale mail is bad. Take it off.
Seems to be
Make it
serving its
easier
purpose.
to kill you. And
Krilljack
that's the end of my
has
turn.
heard what Emmett said, and that's just it's so hard for him to interpret that. I mean, word for word, he could probably do a halfway decent job, but he doesn't have the guile. He doesn't have that buttery, silky smooth voice. He doesn't have the mojo like Emmett. And he also knows these ogres, they're brutish giantkin things. They're not trusting anything Emmett says. Go free! And he tries to pull Emmett free from the ogre's grasp. And he comes up with a strength athletics of
Big roll here from him with a
Eight.
16.
18.
Right? He might come
Total
away
of
with more than a
18.
leg.
He got a total of a
Yeah.
19. Okay, and the ogre's contested is a 15.
Oh.
He rips you free and like throws you like go.
That's
Go!
my man right there.
My liege, you're the only good thing I've ever known in life. And Emmett is tossed out of the grips of the ogre.
And I just like run.
And
Or I will run.
the ogre priest says some word in the giant tongue, whatever that means. God, I saw! Glaring at Krilljack in doing so, and Krilljack, kind of gulps. But no, the ogre priest has other intentions of this strange, hypnotist-eyed young boy who's clearly more than he seems to be. And the ogre priest points at you and he chants some spell. No, ra, ya, go, ro, na, ya. And he does this like clenching maneuver like that. And you feel this sensation, Emmett, like this invisible hand just like pass through you as though you were nothing more than smoke. And the spell doesn't work. Ha! You're not a humanoid!
I'm not. Oh, weirdly. Oh, that's great. I'll take it.
You're undead.
I'm undead.
He casts hold person on you.
I could see the mistake, I say to him as I'm running.
Dorothy,
I can see the confusion.
make a death saving throw.
All right.
Oh my.
Well, a 4.
Dorothy, this just isn't
This
your
feels
dungeon.
familiar. Awfully familiar.
Hang in there, hang in there.
Tanks, this is what happens.
Maybe they can save you yet.
Yeah.
Maybe.
All right, we got an ogre
Potion's
swinging. These are like basic ogres, let's call them. Swinging a great club at Henderson or Hakeem. I'm just gonna do a random roll. Odd Henderson, even Hakeem. Odd Henderson. Okay. What is that? Oh yeah, that'll do it. 22.
That hits. Surprisingly. That'll
It
probably
wallops
knock
you
me
for
out.
12 bludgeoning.
That'll knock me out.
That'll knock you out?
That'll knock me out. I only have 9 hit points because I didn't
Oh,
get a long.
that's
I didn't
right.
Get a
You
short
didn't
rest.
take that short rest. Oh no.
I didn't get a short rest. It's okay.
We're
Healing
not gonna
potion's
fight
coming.
anything else. You don't need to take a short rest.
Healing, healing potion's coming, boys. Healing potion's coming.
Oh gosh.
Glad we stuck together. Really didn't
Glad
wanna
we stuck
split
together
up.
and didn't fight, just like our plan.
I am not tipping the Grubhub driver.
Alright, I'm gonna head out.
Well, so funny you should mention that, because, I mean, I would really like to do a medicine check to get somebody up, but with disadvantage that would probably fail. So,
Don't worry, you don't need the short rest. We're not going to fight anybody.
I can.
We're going to stick together and definitely not activate more than one encounter at a time again.
At least I can
No
heal
way.
myself. So I'm gonna claw, bite, and latch onto the ogre guard and bleed him, so I can heal myself, do damage to him that's already taken damage, and be latched on and grappling in case these other guys try to attack me. So
Sounds like a plan.
first come the claw. Excellent. 20, not natural to hit, for 7 damage.
Okay.
Then comes the bite. 12.
As soon as you said, I don't know if anybody heard this, as soon as you said, here comes the bite, my daughter bit my wife. I just heard her in the other room scream in pain.
Oh no. I'm so sorry for casting that spell, but I have
Did
powers.
anybody hear that?
No.
She screamed really loud.
I think your mic filters out noise
I
like
guess,
that.
so,
But yeah.
but I don't. It's not supposed to. Oh well.
Wow.
I'm
Adam, be
glad it
careful
did.
what you
You
say.
like shrieked.
Right.
Okay. What just happened? I totally missed that.
Okay.
That was $1
I assume a
million.
12 doesn't hit, right?
No, it does not. Your fangs.
Okay.
Your
Well-
fangs taste metal.
Regardless, I did 7 damage and I'm grappling the ogre now.
That's something.
regard.
Yeah, that's a,
At a minimum, it helps me not take as much damage next time.
Yep.
Healing would have been better, but
That is something. I think this will be our last round before we pause things.
okay.
We got this ogre here, and he, grunts something at Hakeem, and swings his ogreish great club, which is, not nearly as impressive as the ogre guard's great club. It's a more of a crude stick, is all it really is. That's probably not going to work out. It's like 13. Okay, and then the ogre guard, he will try to bash on Hakeem with his much better, almost like Kanabo looking weapon, and does a critical hit.
I will duck out of the way and let him bonk the other ogre with it for a damage transfer on whatever damage.
Well, it's the actual guard himself, so I think it still works though. I think you can have him
okay.
deal half damage to himself.
To
like he
himself?
smashes
Sure.
his foot or something.
Sure.
I'm pretty sure that
Yeah.
works. I'll just double check it.
Yeah, it just deals damage to the creature you're grappling.
Yeah, I think it's just a simple half
Yeah.
to you, half to the creature grappling. damage transfer. If you take damage while grappling a creature, you can spend your reaction to take half the damage, and the creature grappling takes the other half. Okay. Well, he has no more savage strikes. Just 2 of those per whatever. Short rest, I think. And we'll do... $18, so you take 9, and he takes 9.
Nice.
Ha! Which is actually exactly enough to knock him out. So
Rest in
I
piss,
don't.
bozo.
Actually, the way I'm seeing this in my head is not that he like smashes his own foot or kneecap or something, but you actually like knock the club back into his face and just clock him, just crack him upside his head.
Or like the power of the swing drives my claws somewhere vital.
Sweet.
All right, so he falls back. He's, you know, knocked out and dying from that. That was pretty.
Oh, he's got levels. Nice.
Yeah.
That means I can still bleed him.
It's important enough. Yeah, you can still bleed him. All right. Anyone else in this round? Is there one more? There is. Oh, yes, that one there. Okay. This it's real clogged up though. Gosh. I don't even know if he can get at you. Maybe he can move on through. He'll squeeze. Yeah, sure. He'll squeeze through. Ah, that's so... And it'd be like probably half speed for walking within in creature squares. Ooh, it's too scrunchy. He'll... What will he do? This is Emmett, right? Emmett broke free. Okay. He'll come like running towards Emmett. This is a dash. All right. That will conclude round 3 of the battle. And I think we'll need to pause things here. Well, everyone.
I don't know how, Esper, it was possible that we were in worse condition than last episode.
Nah, what are you talking about? Things have already gone better in this fight. There are twice the number of bodies. It's going twice as well, clearly.
Yeah.
Potion's coming, CJ. Don't worry.
Okay, potion's coming.
This
Time to get here.
This is something else. This is really something. I didn't expect somebody would interrupt their whole ritual to their like brutal ogre god.
This went differently in my head. I made friends with them. We shared, exchanged culture, and then all of a sudden the guards burst in and we all pounce on them together with like 6 ogres. That was my vision. Didn't work. So.
Well, everyone who followed along, who catches this later, thanks for watching, and thanks you guys for playing. This has really been a hoot. Let's see if you can escape from Scornhold yet, or if you're just doomed for this place to be your tomb.
Or if indeed it takes us more sessions that end on similar cliffhangers, like any successful serial.
Yeah. How many more times can Emmett almost kill the party?
All right, all. Thanks again. It was good gaming, and may your adventures be many. Until next time.